to the rat house, baby, where the truth ain't quiet, and neither are you. Where the Chat Rats crew slide in, pull up a seat, crime talk, cold facts, and a jazzy backbeat. We got stories to tell, got some justice to serve. So pour up that coffee or something with a swerve. There's Rat Daddy leading 6'5", a cool Toys the queen with the sharpest of tools. Dean's cracking jokes, Mary B's got the tea, and Lawleen lays the law down, real boss energy. MJ's got the fire, Gingy's taking names, Angel Baby's in the game. The clerk's keeping order, Misty's watching close. Pinky promises, keeps receipts, and she does the most. We're the Chat Rats, baby, worldwide and bold. Stories unfold while the crime scene gets cold. Puff, puff, pass, and the truth gets exposed. At the Rat House, baby, that's how it goes. Snap, snap. Cherry lights it up. Sherry lights it up, neon glow behind her head. Tombstones drops the facts that awake the dead. Connor's taking notes, Janine's on the clock. Petty the paralegal keeps the court on lock. Sweet woman, sweet, but she'll sting if you like. Calypso keeps it cool, got that island vibe. Prince Lover's in purple, that Texas pride glowing. Sherry's laughing loud while the facts keep flowing. Bum, 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 bum. Da-da-bum, da-da-bum, ghetto. OG coming through, crazy-eyed cheese, oh you better believe. Robo-Rat clicks, sparks, gears in his head, breaking the code till the lies drop dead. Jump, jump. We're the Chat Rats, baby, worldwide and bold. Stories unfold while the crime scene gets cold. Puff, puff, pass, and the truth gets exposed. At the Rat House, baby, that's how it goes. Crime solving, cracks. Worlds are stage. That's a fact. Together, we're the Chat Rats crew. We ain't looking back.
What's up, people? What's going on? There's nothing going on in Mississippi. Let's see what we can do on a Saturday night. If you haven't been by and hung out with Runkle for a minute, make sure you go. Give him a view, give him a like, give him some money. But we're just gonna hang out. What's up, Mary B?
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, it's going.
What's up with my friggin' screen again? Jesus.
What do you mean?
It's all like weird. I've been trying to like get that perfect. I feel like Turtle Boy. All right, that's better.
There you go. Technical difficulties.
Yeah, these screens are a pain in the ass.
Yeah. So we got some Mississippi people in the chat.
That's I noticed. Nice. Look at that. You got neighbors.
And some New Jersey people in here.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, we got a lot of people from that New Jersey type area.
There's a lot of people there.
Yeah. Diane G says Runkle's over 50 grand now. So, or
yeah, he's got to be if that tie's going for 65 grand. I mean, 6,500.
Oh, that's a nice yellow tie.
Yeah.
Nice little keepsake, I guess, huh?
For sure. Yeah, it's legendary.
Let me see. I had something to get us warmed up on here.
Hey, Calypso.
What up, Calypso?
Good to see you.
What do you mean you wanted to stop in and say, hey, where are you going? Where are you on your way to?
You should stay.
Yeah. Set up a tent.
Hey, Angel Baby. Diane G. Trust is love. What's up?
Trust is love.
Lover. Laura B. Micah Wasal.
I don't know. Have y'all seen this Turtle Boy short? It's fucking hilarious.
I love it.
It's relevant to Mary B's situation.
Technical difficulties. It's a tradition around here. Where'd it go? It's like a ghost mic. Oh, fuck. Shit. I got a cramp. Fix that. Hold on. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, fucking Christ. I'm like sitting on the green screen. Oh, man, my leg. Hold on. This happens sometimes.
I remember that one.
Wait,
Yeah, I remember that one.
rough stuff. How'd I end up over here? What the fuck is that? Why am I a circle? I don't know why I'm a circle. Ugh. No, that's not my cum face, Kelly. Stop it. Dude, why am I disappearing? What is going on right now? If you're new here, this happens like every episode. Boom. What's up, turtle people? Oh, for fuck's sake. Give me that shit. Here. Stay in place, you stupid blue screen. Everything was fine 2 minutes ago. Ow, fucking shit. That fucking hurts. Oh, shit. I look like we're back to Lobster Turtle Boy. How'd this happen? I can't do a show like this. This actually
Lobster
fucking
Boy.
hurts. We're a little crazy today, a little bootleg. Hopefully that remains. We're good. It's fixed. We're good. We're good. All right. Why does the hat? It's a new hat. I got a new hat. I want to rock the new hat. Oh shit. Did I copyright? Motherfucker. What just happened? Oh, very critical. I gotta take a walk real quick. What the f happened now? This is a black hat. It's a black hat. Sorry you had to see that. But anyway, I need more potassium. Is that what you guys? I hate bananas. All right, we got technical.
I love bananas. So I don't get those.
Yeah, they're good for you. You'll be all right. And then we got Connor's technical difficulty.
Say pepper jam when there is no pepper jam. One of these days, I just kick this piece of shit out the window. Piece of shit.
So Scott Mess.
Can you guys hear that?
But there's probably more technical difficulty videos out there.
Oh, there's got to be.
It's got to
It
be.
used to be like every show. It was part of the opening.
What's up, Trey?
Hey, Trey.
Mess in the house. I assume everybody might be hanging out with the Runkle on this Saturday night.
Well, who does he have for guests right now?
There's no telling.
I mean, they can take a little break from Runkle. Come say hi.
Let's see who's on there. Good Lord.
Hey, Cheryl. Dude, I hate cleaning out the water fountains. It is like the worst. I keep switching like how I give them water, whatever requires the least amount of work.
Yeah, you got a bunch of people on panel right now. What's up, Sherry D?
Hey, Sherry. Yeah, you won't see any Christmas decor here.
Why you don't like
Christmas
Christmas?
this house? No, I don't.
Why?
People are like, how do your cats deal with the Christmas tree? I'm like, I have no idea. I don't think they've ever seen one.
God.
We don't do that here.
Yeah, Runkle's got a bunch of people on there, a bunch of lawyers on there right now.
Cool. Well, we have a bunch of
Not lawyers.
other people. Chat rats. We got a bunch of chat rats.
Chat rats, all 22 of them.
Danny.
So far, anyways.
We just came on. People will start
So
noticing. I'm
far.
like, oh my God, it's my favorite show. I
what,
have
up,
to go watch.
what up, Cajun Butterfly? Dean made it all the way back to his house in Texas. He made
Good.
it on his computer and check it out. What up, Cassie G?
Cassie. Hey, Dizzy.
Dizzy. What's up, Dizzy?
I got a monster tonight. It's probably a really bad idea, but
Ooh. Be chatting it up in a minute. Monster chat.
just a little bit of this and a little bit of this. And you won't shut me up.
Nice. Well, Laulene's gonna come in here before long, I'm sure. Trying to think. Oh yeah, I had something I wanted to watch that we hadn't watched yet. Just happened.
Cool.
We're gonna check out Miss Jess's interview on Justice Served.
Oh, nice. Let's check it out.
So I hadn't watched it yet. So here we go.
It's not Scroogey B. It's Grinchy. Sorry.
Scroogey B. Grinchy
Not
B.
Scroogey. Grinchy. Different.
It's Saturday though. I didn't have to work today, so I really don't care. I'm chillaxing.
Yes.
Chillax. But this is Miss Jess on Justice Served.
She's getting
Oop. Okay, we're good. Sorry, my iPad's way behind. I looked down and I was like, oh my God, what am I doing?
she's getting very close to situated. And just to point this out, Ms. Jessica was just following JSTV and all of the things we're doing and reached out. And so I would encourage, if you think you have something relevant to what we're doing, there's another viewer that reached out and said we did a piece on the dark water, water pollution, ran over the weekend. And he's a regular viewer, and he reached out and said, I live in that area. I got a story. And so we'll work on getting that organized as soon as we can get that done. But for now, I'm going to do this. I'm pretty sure she's situated.
I'm ready.
There she is. She's situated. Hey, Jessica, how are you?
What's up, Lolene?
Hey, Danny.
Hey, Laleen.
Hey, Mary B. I didn't know we were watching this tonight.
Yeah, I forgot about it last night.
You never know with Danny.
We got on a Jim McCabe kick, so we just went with it. So we're gonna see where the slide slides tonight. But I wanted to watch it because I hadn't gotten to yet.
Yeah, I'm good. Sorry about that.
No worries. We just want to make sure we get in the strongest signal part of your home there, so we
I had
can
to
get.
grab everything and move it to the other room.
Yeah, that's what I do. I disrupt. So I appreciate you popping in. So let's start with first of all, thank you for your service.
Oh, it was my honor. I always feel weird when people say, not weird, but it's always like, what do you say to that? But for me, it's a little different just because I joined because my brother was in a wheelchair and had muscular dystrophy and was mental smart. He was doing all the, his name is James. He was doing all the new quantitative computer analysis type thing before it was ever even like talked about back in like 2009 through 2011. And he just asked, I was in college and I moved back home. I went to college in Oklahoma. I went to Southern Nazarene University. I'm a missionary kid. So I have a very strong line in the Nazarene world. But he asked, I moved back and I was just I was managing at some retail stores and not really going down a great path. And he just asked me, he's like, hey, would you consider joining the military for me since I can't, I'm mental smart, but I can't. And so I did. And it was the best decision I could have ever made in my life. I went in, my recruiter lied to me, number one, ongoing joke. But I went in at 23. I was actually supply for an EOD unit. So I managed $32 million of equipment while I was deployed. That includes bomb suits, robots, gear. My unit was attached to, out of Fort Drum, New York. We were attached to 10th Mountain 287, and that's very relevant as to when we start talking about the Farwells. And so my unit it was me and one other female in my unit. I was actually married to a tech and we deployed and Yeah, it was. We went to Kandahar.
She got Michael Bryant. Like, he can't even get in a word in edgewise. She was prepared with that statement, ready to get it.
Yeah, getting all the info in there. I like it.
Yeah.
Area, but I was in the Sahara district, so I was based out of a FOB. I wasn't a FOB. Just want to clarify that. I went on missions.
Okay, what is that? You have to tell us, what is that, a fob?
A FOB is like basically somebody who goes on deployment and doesn't leave the wire, doesn't ever go anywhere, doesn't ever go on missions. Thankfully, I had
What's up,
established a lot of really
back?
great connections with some of our aviation, our Black Hawk pilots. So there would be a lot of times there would be like a FOB. So it's like Kandahar, and then out from that is like little areas where it may be a FOB that's called a forward operating base. And
there we go. Okay.
And then like as time went on, as missions go on, there's a lot of there's a lot of little like onesies and twosies areas where it's kind of like a camp to begin with. It's called a COP. But it's basically a lot of times they have to start that from scratch. There's no already infrastructure. There's no porta potties set up, servicing of the porta potties. There's no hard buildings or anything like that. So a lot of times, because to be blunt, my NCO didn't do prep, and so I basically had to run everything. I was constantly on Black Hawks. I learned how to drive a JERV while I was deployed on a mission. And a JERV is like an MRAP. So ARCA is very near and dear to me, and I will go to bat with anybody over ARCA, because when I deployed to Afghanistan, we were there for a week.
What up, BLT?
And we had a lot of rules in the EOD community that we couldn't go in with certain vehicles because it's such a specialized thing and it's under special forces. We were not allowed to ride in certain vehicles because of the blast inability when you hit an IED. Secondaries was a huge thing with us. Like, you'd see an IED, it would be diffused, detonated, whatever, and then there would be a second one on the side of the road that wouldn't see, and that killed a lot of people.
Also, BLT had
y'all hearing this?
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I was asking if y'all could hear that. There was like 30 gunshots just now. 15 by one, 15 by another.
Darn. What's going on by your house? Because
Is that normal?
Monthly.
Okay.
Hang on.
BLT had a new song drop too, so we're gonna watch that soon.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll get back to Miss Jess and let Lawleen hide from the bullets coming down.
Yeah, dude. Be safe.
So
let me interrupt you. I'm sorry. I'm going to back up here a little bit.
Sorry.
Because on first glance, I would not think, oh, this woman is perfect for a bomb disposal unit.
Typical man.
Hey, Fondy, please. I'm just being honest.
With her backwards dress.
So yes, everybody loves her dress. So how does that happen? You first of all, you decide to get into the military. You mentioned that, and then you go through basic training.
Yeah.
And then they spit you out. And how did you, from that point to?
How did I get there?
Yeah.
Basically, I went to Fort Jackson, South Carolina for basic. And I'll just be honest, basic was not easy for me. I was a dancer, a singer, a cheerleader, gymnast growing up. Like, I did show choir, I did theater. I was in the very first off-Broadway high school production of Les Mis.
Who did you play?
I was just in the choir for that one. I did get to sing a little bit. So I was never into like really like hardcore sports or hiking or anything like that. When I went in, I got hip dysplasia. I got stress fractures that'll probably never heal. Now I have lower back issues and things like that. So it was not easy for me. I don't say that as like oh, look at me, but I mean, I almost didn't graduate basic training because my legs were so jacked up. I had to have, like, thankfully for my drill sergeants, they were amazing. I had all these blisters and everything else. Like, I didn't go prepared. That's what I'm saying. My recruiter lied to me. But I kept pushing, and because my brother, I just kept thinking about my brother. Like, what would he do? I'm gonna prove everybody right that I can do this. And like I said, I did it for him. So with
all of those challenges,
Mhm.
They said, "Oh, I think bomb disposal is perfect." I just
Well,
don't understand that process.
I went to supply school after that, so I went to Fort Lee, Virginia, and I placed really
What's up,
high
Steve?
on my all my tests and stuff like that. Unfortunately, I wanted to go airborne. I couldn't because my legs were so jacked up. But you just kind of get placed that was kind of the needs of the Army. I was supposed to go to Korea 2 weeks before I was supposed to go to Korea. My orders got changed to Fort Drum, New York. So, and that's upstate, obviously by like Sackett's Harbor and right on the border. So I had no idea the fact that I was going to a bomb squad unit, Bob's explosive ordnance disposal unit, until I got to in processing at Clark Hall. And I looked at my orders and I was like, I called my mom immediately. I was like, Mom, I'm going to a bomb squad unit. I'm going to die. And I was supposed to I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason. I was supposed to deploy almost immediately to Iraq. The unit I was supposed to go to, they ended up filling my slot, and I went to 760th EOD under 52nd Battalion, which is the 63rd. I'm sorry, 63rd group, but 52nd Battalion, which is on this side of the country. And they threw me in, and I'm one of those people, if I attack something and I'm going to do it. And obviously it was me and another girl. So my unit actually got a briefing before I ever showed up. And there was a warning given, don't touch her, leave her alone. She's going to be like one of your sisters. And I just threw myself into learning everything there was to know about robots, bomb suits, everything else, because they didn't have anybody to supply there. It was EOD techs that had basically taken on that role. So it was kind of like they saw me, they're like, oh great, your supply, so we need you to start telling us about this stuff. And I'm like, I didn't learn about bomb suits in school, so I had to learn. I would learn from the ground up. I still know the nomenclatures of like all the different bomb suits and all the different robots, and so I had to learn. But
that had to be terrifying, day in and day out.
It was in Afghanistan, but to be honest, like as soon as we landed and at CAF, we immediately got rocketed attacked, like literally on the tarmac. But with us, we deployed with all of our gear because it was all secret clearances and stuff like that. So we deployed with some bomb suits, some robots, but we also fell into a lot of equipment, which is $32 million, which is what I managed. But it was
very similar to my situation here. I'm in charge of $32 worth of gear.
Domino's treats.
Very similar. Yes. Hey, let's talk about dogs real quick, because I know they're near and dear to you. And I have Domino was going to drop in for a cameo.
Athena,
he's busy.
I don't know. She'll come. Athena,
wait, because I thought I had a picture here of those rascals. Let me see if I can find that for you.
Hang on one second. Let me see if I can.
Obviously, canines are. Oh, she's gone. Obviously, my understanding is canines are a huge part of those units. So I'm going to find out. So canines are a large part of the unit, right?
Yeah. Yes. Well, it depends on what unit that you're in. So so we didn't have, the Air Force had bomb dogs with them. We didn't though. It has to be, and Special Forces does too, but our unit didn't have the slot for it for like a canine handler. But I ended up having a lot of experience with sorry, I had to get her. I ended up having a lot of experience with the bomb dogs that would come in, because our compound was separated from everybody else. So here, Tina, you want to be in camera, girl? Come here, mama. Let me see if I can get her home.
Dog wrangling.
This is Miss Athena.
Uh-oh.
She is a mama of, she had 16 puppies.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I had 16 Mallee Dutch puppies over COVID.
Yeah, and pronounce that dog name for me.
Belgian Malinois.
Malinois. I always think of Malamars, the cookies, but that's just me. Malinois.
Malinois, yeah.
Okay, now here's my Malinois story. We have when Domino, there's Domino and Tubi. When Domino
what's up, MJ?
What up, bitches?
Nah, shit. What you doing?
Hey, MJ.
Hi, Mary B.
Fiona says hi.
I should really rephrase that and say, what up, bitch? But
What up, bitch?
She's talking
to
about me.
Danny. Yeah. Hey, MJ.
I'm
She's
saying
trying
it
to
too.
get kicked off of here really quick. Again.
Someone's got to do it.
That's the goal, isn't it?
Right.
It is the goal. It is the goal.
What's going on? I didn't even realize you had already went live. I was like, oops.
Nobody did.
Oopsie.
We stayed incognito.
It's a little secret.
Yeah, we try to keep these secret so that
Yeah.
no one comes because
Right.
Danny loves that.
Mm-hmm.
He loves those low numbers.
Yeah, it does.
It's his fave.
I'm a fave.
It's just the stage fright. He gets nervous.
Terrified.
Oh, that's so cute.
Terrified.
Poor
Sorry,
little
I'm looking at
Dean. Why are you
reading
guys
something.
out there looking for David Yannetti right now?
Mhm.
Where?
In New Orleans.
Oh yeah, that's right. Let's turn on the friggin' thing. That's what everyone was saying in the in Runkle's chat when Yannetti was on. They're like, "Oh, I watch Bourbon Street online." I'm like, "We do too at Rat House Media," but I didn't do that because I know you don't like it, Danny. So I
Yeah,
didn't.
thank you. Thank you.
But I was
It
gonna
would
tell
have
you.
been okay like once. I don't think.
Yeah, and it had to do with the conversation. It just wasn't coming out of nowhere, you know.
You weren't like,
Yeah.
hey guys, leave this beautiful fundraiser and stalk David Yannetti with us. Mhm.
Yes.
No big deal.
I know. I saw that earlier today. Nurse Kim was on. I was like, "Yay, she's back."
I know. I slept.
missed
I was
it.
asleep.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I saw a little bit of it, but it was just nice to see her.
It was nice to see Auntie Deb too.
Mhm.
Cajun says she's going to look for Yannetti in New Orleans right now.
And it was so nice to see Yannetti and Alessi today on Runkle.
I'm so mad I missed both of them. I jumped on, I think like right when Alessi left because I was at work. And then I was like, oh my God, they're doing the fundraiser. I could have been listening to this all freaking day.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened to me. But I think I went on right after Alessi like started.
Mm.
So I didn't miss much of him. And then I stayed on for a while until, you know, Betterow was on. And then when Betterow left and it was just like Runkle and Kurt, I was like, I'm going to go take a nap. And now I'm up.
I know, and everyone's like, oh, the glare hasn't come yet, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, save him for like the last couple hours. He'll get Runkle through that home stretch.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh, poor Runkle. He was already like getting sluggish.
Nolan Cajun Butterflies in Gonzales, Louisiana.
Mhm. I have played
some ball games down in Gonzales.
Yeah. St. Bernard, that's who we used to play growing up. That was fun. Their parents would bring the little air horns and stuff. They had little chants and stuff. It's cool.
No.
Louisiana people get into their sports.
So do New England people.
Yeah. But different sports.
Just as soon as you get your athletes from the South.
Shut up, Danny.
If you want the game to be good, you'll get your athletes from the South anyway.
They play better after being in warm weather for so long.
Yeah, they're just bigger and stronger and faster and smarter. But I mean,
Sport. Who's
you
from
got
Ohio? I saw this. It was like a reel today, and I watched it about 7,000 times of the marching band of Ohio. The Ohio State.
Oh my God, I love those videos.
Yeah, the marching bands are so good. So it was like they were doing the cursive Ohio, and the guy with the tuba was gonna like dot the I, and they have this whole like thing that they do, and they showed it from his perspective, and I watched it like so many times. I was like, I should probably do something productive at this point.
I wonder if we can watch it on here.
Yeah.
We should be able to because it's instrumental, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like a fight song.
Hmm.
Danny doesn't want to
It'll
do it.
be up to the
Let's
big
play it
man.
on somebody else's channel first.
Okay, more shots.
We need a test channel. We're
More
gonna
shots.
start another one.
More shots have been fired.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
So should you go inside?
No, they're over about 4 blocks away. I looked on 911 and saw where they were dispatching the police.
Oh, shoot.
Darn.
Cool. That's exciting.
It's handguns, so she's cool.
Yeah, it's handguns. But my kids came out to tell me, and they're like, I said, go back inside. Y'all can't be out here. They're like, why are you sitting out here? I said, I'm safe. Y'all think so?
I'm
Yes.
bulletproof.
I'm
Power of
keeping
the
you safe.
internet.
Don't worry about it.
The internet
Listen,
keeps
thanks.
mommy safe.
Yeah. They were just outside throwing the football, though.
So
Thanks.
Aussie's been putting out a bunch of new videos. I got one of those set up if you want to watch it.
I
Cool.
sent you some links too that aren't TikTok.
But,
Oh God, are we doing ADHD theater?
Always.
not yet.
Isn't that what we
That's
do?
later. That's later. That's later.
Theater.
But,
Theater.
we're
You
gonna
have way
do a
too
little
many
bit of it.
syllables. Sorry.
I know.
We'll skip
Theater
around.
has 3 vowels. Like
Say it the way you always say
Theater.
it.
No, I like it the way you say it.
How do y'all say it?
Theater.
Theater.
Okay, sometimes I say theater, sometimes I say theater.
It's fun to say theater, though.
I just say tater.
Oh my
Theater.
God.
Let's go to the tater and watch a movie.
You're
I'll
so
just say
dumb.
pencil town from now on, so I won't be self-conscious.
Oh God.
Say the cinema.
Yikes. Is this the most ugly ass website on the entire interwebs? And I gotta ask, who is this Patrick McCabe? Is he one of the McCabes? I'm gonna have to do a deep dive on that one. Anyway, this is Judge Beverly J. Cannoni's nomination as an Associate Justice of the Superior Court in February 2014. And who did the opening statements? None other than Robert C. Cosgrove. Hey Cosy, tell us all about your history with Judge Beverly Cannoni.
Okay, here we go. Good afternoon. How are you, Judge? Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Okay.
Get some more water and I got
You can sit down. At this point, I'll introduce members of the Governor's Council. To my right, Councilor Devaney, Councilor Cipollini, Councilor Albano, Councilor Casey, and Councilor Kennedy. At this point, I'll read a letter dated April 15th, addressed to the Governor's Council. Dear Councilors, I'm pleased to nominate Beverly J. Cannoni to the position of Associate Justice of the Superior Court. I submit this nomination for the advice and consent of the Executive Council pursuant to Part 2, Chapter 2 of the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Sincerely, Deval Patrick, Governor. At this point, any witnesses, if they could stand, and yourself who's going to testify, you solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give today is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Thank you. And Judge, I have your witness list before we hear from you. I know you have some distinguished folks who have busy schedules, so we'll hear from them. And the first on the list is the Honorable Robert Cosgrove.
Good afternoon, Councilor Arnella and members of the council. Some 7 years after this body was kind enough to confer me to the Superior Court, it's a pleasure to be back in front of you. Prefer that I sit? Sure. But more so because it affords me an opportunity to thank you for the important work that you do, and also to express my strong support for Ms. Cannoni's nomination to the Superior Court. My rough calculation is that I've known Beverly Cannoni for about 27 years. In a sense, we had parallel careers. She spent most and perhaps all of her career working before she was appointed to the district court working for the Committee for Public Counsel Services in Norfolk County office. I, for most of that same time, worked in the Norfolk County District Attorney's office. I had occasion frequently to see Beverly in court. I had cases with her. She was regarded by my colleagues and certainly by myself as a very capable adversary, one who would represent her clients in very vigorous fashion, someone who knew the value of the case and was a superb negotiator, I must say. I think it's also fair to say that in our business, one's negotiating power improves when the other side knows that you're not afraid to take a case to trial. And we certainly knew that Beverly was an excellent trial attorney. While I was in Norfolk, although I always carried a caseload in the trial court, the bulk of my work was actually at the appellate level. I know that reading transcripts is regarded by some people as sort of the equivalent of having to eat your vegetables, but at best, it's kind of a master class in trial practice. And I had the opportunity then not only to see Beverly in the courtroom, but to read on a more reflective basis transcripts of her performance matched up against some of the best attorneys in our office. And the impression that I took away was the same, that she knows the rules of evidence, she knows procedure, and she knows also very much how to make and protect a record, which, believe me, is also a valuable quality in a Superior Court judge. I remember one case in particular that I worked on the appeal, Commonwealth versus Miller. It represented, I think it's fair to say, quite a challenge, would have represented quite a challenge for any defense attorney. And Judge Cannoni, Attorney Cannoni at the time, was trying the case opposite Marianne Hinkle, not one of her colleagues in the district court, but then a very aggressive and capable prosecutor. And as the case was underway, at one point, Judge Delvecchio called the lawyers up to sidebar and observed that they were really going at it pretty fiercely. And then there was what I took to be a pause. Of course, I'm just reading the cold transcript, but I took to be a pause. And she said, "I love it." And I can't read her mind, but I'm pretty sure that what she meant was that serious as the case was, it's just a real pleasure to see very capable advocates on both sides presenting the case at the top of the form to you as a judge. I have had less contact with Judge Cannoni for, I guess, obvious reasons since her appointment to the bench. I think I reviewed a few of her bails when I was sitting out in Taunton. But my contact with her since then has often been in the context of MCLE programs, particularly the sexual assault program, which she chairs. And it's just a wonderful program that I think reflects her commitment to the bar. And one of the reasons, I've done it several times, one of the reasons it's so excellent is she doesn't repackage the same program for the last year. What can we do to make this program better for the bar? And I have no doubt that she would apply that same kind of intensity and diligence to it.
What up, Glenn? Anyways.
That makes me want to throw up.
Yeah. It's just a lot
this
more of
is
that.
like nauseating.
It's so gross.
It is. It's
Like,
excellent.
why? What?
I'm ready for somebody to do a deep dive on the newly appointed judge in Turtle Boy's case.
I know. Someone was supposed to do that today, huh? Did anyone do that?
Best friends with Cosgrove or something?
I know, right?
Cosgrove he took Cosgrove's place.
Place.
And
Oh, you're
Yeah,
talking
to handle
about
all
the
of
judge.
Turtle Boy's stuff. Like no more judge swapping.
She's
So
talking
No.
about how the judge became judge when
Yeah.
Cosgrove was judge. This guy took Cosgrove's place as judge, and now he's taking Krupp's place on these cases.
Darnell.
But he went to school with some of the Weeks girls, which are Jen McCabe's sisters.
Graduated with one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not
And
good.
he graduated with someone else too. I forget who
He
it
was in
was.
between some of the other officers who testified to graduating classes, I think it said.
Dude, I'm already cracking up from the name of this. All right, I can't wait.
We have another premiere.
Hey Mike, you think you're all that, swivel hips on display, but you're moving like a cat, wacky waving inflatable man in the breeze. But here's the truth, you're not fooling me, please. From X to YouTube where the hood boogers dwell, you crash out hard like a busted shell. Wanna play tough, but you're barking at the wrong tree, hiding in the shadows where the real dogs can't see. Swivel hips do lie, you're just a soy boy thinking you're slick, and you're just a toy. We see through the moves, you're not living the hype. Mike, you're out here looking like a stereotype. Swivel hips do lie, you're just a toy boy thinking you're slick, man, you're just a toy. We see through the moves, you're not living the hype. Mike, you're out here looking like a stereotype. Well, the glamour, you're just trying to shine, but you're too busy sipping that wine. Defend the hood boogers, man, what a joke. You're so spineless, bro, you make me choke. Hanging with the boys, stirring up all the dirt, but when it comes to trouble, you're first to revert. Frame turtle boy, and you thought it was real, but it's your own reflection that makes you squeal. Swivel hips do lie, you're just a soy boy thinking you're slick, man, you're just a toy. We see through the moves, you're not living the hype. Mike, you're out here looking like a stereotype. Swivel hips do lie, you're just a soy boy thinking you're slick, man, you're just a toy. We see through the moves, you're not living the hype. Mike, you're out here looking like a stereotype. Dog walker by trade, but I see the truth. You're just a bitch getting walked by the youth. Hood boogers running this game, don't you know? You're a puppet on strings, just putting on a show. You thought you had friends, but they just for the ride. Ain't none of them sticking when it's time to collide. Mike, you retreat like a coward on the scene, but we all see through you slinking back like a fiend. So keep your swivel hips, they won't take you far. The real ones running this show, they raising the bar. Swivel hips do lie, you're just a toy boy thinking you're sick, man, you're just a toy. We see through the moves, you're not living the hype. Mike, you're out here looking like a stereotype. Swivel hips do lie, you're just a toy boy thinking you're sick, man, you're just a toy. We see through the moves, you're not living the hype. Mike, you're out here looking like a stereotype. So here's a lesson that you need to learn. Those swivel hips won't get you a turn. Next time you crash, just remember the call. In this game of life, you may just take a fall. Mike, we're dancing, but you're off beat. So step aside, buddy, let's take it to the street. Swivel hips don't lie, in case you forgot. Stay out of our way, or you'll get what you've stole. Swivel hips do lie, you're just a toy boy thinking you're slick, man, you're just a toy. We see through the moves, you're not living the hype. Mike, you're out here looking like a stereotype. Swivel hips do lie, you're just a toy boy thinking you're slick, man, you're just a toy. We see through the moves, you're not living the hype. Mike, you're out here looking like a stereotype.
Wow,
Another good one.
that's a jam. I like it.
Another
Why
good
am I disappearing? Jesus.
Are you having technical difficulties? Do we
I
need to make
am.
a YouTube short about your technical difficulties?
I don't think I'm there yet.
I watched TVs again today on TikTok. It was hilarious.
It's so funny.
Now we know that some people that watch this channel like Mike, and that's fine. That's your prerogative. We can share all types of different opinions and watch different videos.
Yeah, I know Glenn likes Mike a lot, so whatever. You like who you like.
Yep,
You
doesn't
like
matter.
them. But we're still gonna play all this stuff because it's fun.
Yeah, that's hilarious. So is Kasi playing the
Comedy is fun.
bongos? Is that what's happening? That's Kasi?
Yeah.
I love it.
I love the sandwich heads. That's my favorite.
Trying to
I have
see.
that stuck in
So
my head
Danny, can
now.
you log into TikTok yet from what you're on?
I probably could. I
Yeah,
just haven't.
Ray from Dallas. That's the other one.
As I went through probably about 300 today and picked out some of the best ones.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I was bored. That was after I went through your Instagram.
Oh yeah, thanks for all the likes.
You're welcome. I had a lot of catching up to do on other platforms.
I was like, whoa, people really like my stuff. Oh, it's Laleen. She just liked 8 million things.
Carolyn Forth, we're up to nothing. Just goofing.
Yeah, I don't even know.
MJ, did you watch that video I sent you
No, where did you send it?
in Discord DMs? It was like pets' reactions to animal cakes.
Oh God!
Like their owners are cutting cakes that look like them.
That's funny. I'll have to watch it tonight.
I'm sure a lot of it's AI, but it was still funny.
Right.
Yeah, you never know.
Does anyone know how to get hair color out of a wall?
Alcohol.
No.
Fingernail polish remover or
Yeah.
paint thinner if the wall's not painted.
I've heard vinegar too, because my niece used to like to dye people's hair and not put gloves on. She did it like twice, and then she was very upset the second time, and she was told get like sugar and like vinegar so it like scrubs it.
Or you have an exfoliant.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, Glenn,
Google
we're
it,
really not
MJ.
either. What up, Charlie?
Hey, Charlie.
Where's
Okay,
Charlie?
so
Oh, in chat. Hi, Charlie.
Iris saw the video I'm talking about with the pet owner cutting the cakes. Vinegar and baking soda you can use to unclog your drains. It works
Oh, look
like
at that.
Drano.
Look
I knew
See?
that.
at all those suggestions. It's very helpful.
Dumbass kid.
I
got
actually have no idea. I
fake
don't know
hair
why
color.
anyone should listen to me.
I just walked into my bathroom and it looks like a murder scene.
Red hair?
Magenta, but on
Oh,
the
okay.
walls it looks red.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I decided I want to repaint. So
It
that's
goes
my
away eventually.
motivation. Oh, it's bad.
Wait, is it Scarlett's or yours?
It's my bathroom, but it's Scarlett's hair color.
It's not your hair that's magenta. That's
No.
not why you're on camera right now.
Yeah, I'd be showing it off. My hair was magenta. I used to have purple hair.
I saw the transition of your hair colors. Like even
Yeah,
with
I had a lot.
blonde, it was impressive.
I was blonde for like my entire teenage years.
I was too. My senior portraits, I'm a bleach blonde still.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm reading.
What are you
What's
reading?
up, Charlie?
What happened in Runkles? Did he eventually get offensive?
Who?
Kurt, I mean? Because he
People
was
were
just like annoying but not offensive when I was in there, but I knew it was
A
gonna
matter of
happen.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it, but I'm very impressed and happy about the ties going for so much because there were so many haters on X who were saying that the ex Karen Reed celebrity attorneys, nobody cares about them anymore. Like apparently someone did $8,000
I
for a
guess so.
tie, $5,000 for another one.
Was it the same person? Because imagine having them both. like a romance.
I didn't watch it. I think Angie's the one that posted it.
I think it was two separate people. If the girl that won Alessi's, well, I know she was bidding a lot on Alessi's. She really wanted Unity's.
I wonder if the
Sure.
Canton Cruiser has sold yet. Isn't that auction ending soon? Or did it already end? You know, the antique police car that was in the Sallyport videos?
Oh,
They're auctioning it off, and it was like up to 9,000 when they first announced it.
who gets that money?
Probably got to replenish the pot after paying Brennan and
Yep,
Welcher.
probably. Back in the general fund.
Yeah. Well, at least it's less tax money they'll use. Yeah, right.
No, they're definitely not going to make $1 million off of it between those two, though. It does run, though, which is impressive.
That's cool.
That would be kind of a cool thing to have.
Yeah.
If it wasn't from Canton.
Yeah, someone was like coming to me and they're like, I just feel like, there's nothing left to do in my life. I've achieved everything I want to achieve. I'm like, you never know. You might have your Karen Reed trial. And I was like, I can't believe I just said that. It's like my new life. That was funny.
It's Mary B's motivational quote of the day.
I never thought I would have so much knowledge about a trial that did not involve me.
Right?
But one day, 20 years down the road, there'll be a Jeopardy question I'll know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you might impress someone in the room when you get it right.
Yeah.
I don't know if I told you guys, but it's officially official. I have the 5th off.
Nice.
Yay.
That's going to be fun.
Y'all need to seriously coordinate, like where to meet. We need some pictures. We need some live streaming. We need some chat representation with some signs or shirts or something.
Yeah, we always find each other.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Especially-
there's more than just the usual that y'all hang out with that are going. The group's grown so much that I think it would be cool to meet some of the other new people in person.
Yeah, well, you got to find me. Just look for me. You know what I look like.
I feel like I should make like a sweatshirt that I can put over my jacket so you can still see it and I'm not going to freeze my ass off.
Yeah, that's what I did for Patriots games.
I like the rat signal that Prince Lover posted that everybody can just shine from their phones and hold them up.
Yeah. I think I'm going to bring name tags too, so everyone could just write their chat name on it.
Yeah.
So, like,
yes.
I was literally about to ask, where the fuck is Gingy?
Oh god,
there she
Ginger was
is.
about to be grounded.
Everybody's grounded. We're missing like 100 people.
She was going to be locked in Connor's room.
The ultimate punishment.
Yeah.
I heard you say hi to Steve earlier. Is he back home?
I think that was a different Steve.
Yeah, that was a different Steve.
A Steve imposter?
We have Steve imposters when he imposters everybody else, impersonates everyone else.
Not that Steve.
Steve's not even his name.
We know, but that's his name here.
Right.
Yeah, he can be
It's
Steve.
his legal name here now.
We're not
Steve.
giving out people's government information on this channel.
Anymore?
Except mine and yours, Danny.
Dean's
We have
been
nothing to hide.
traveling back to Texas all day.
Yes, Dean's
Make
on his
it
way
on.
home finally.
Yeah, he was in Florida, right?
Yeah.
Home sweet home. Poor kid hasn't been home in months.
Poor Dean.
He can go home
I
and
feel
shoot
bad.
his purple gun, MJ.
So stupid. Ugh.
Be supportive.
Do you know who she is? Is this your first day? This is MJ we're talking about.
Thoughts on it?
I'll be supportive of him. He wants to buy a Jeep now too.
So do y'all want to watch some of this motion to dismiss and this Fraser
Needs
Bond
to
case?
just yeah, but Dean needs to just propose to Auntie Deb now because it's getting worse and worse by the second. Yeah.
Yeah, he's starting to really get on that Laura train even harder now.
Yeah.
Ugh, that trains are rolling in.
And we can watch it. I think it would be interesting to discuss because, like I mentioned last night, it's like Raoul Valley to me. I'm like, I can see both sides. It's a hard case.
Cassie says the weather sucks at Martha's Vineyard.
Sucks in Worcester too.
It sucks on the mainland
Is
too,
this what?
Cassie.
Cold and rainy or what?
Cold
It
rain.
was-
It was
I'm
yeah, it was
smoking
like
blueberry
partly
headband.
frozen.
I'm having me
obsessed.
some black maple.
I'm
I'm
obsessed
fine.
lately with this blueberry headband. It's excelente.
Headbands give me a headache.
Why?
What?
They
Squeeze
do.
your
Like
brain.
seriously, actual headbands do, and the headband weed does. I don't know if it's my
What?
head.
I worked for a pediatrician when like the big thing was the headbands, like the ones they were putting on babies with the big bows that were bigger than their heads. And there were several parents we had to tell to stop putting them on their kids because they were literally getting indentions in their skulls.
Oh my god.
And it's not even that cute. Stop
No,
it.
it's not that cute. It looks like a bobblehead when they come.
Right.
It looks dumb. Stop
I
it.
can't put my head.
Put a hat and be normal.
Yeah.
That is nuts.
I'll have
So
to
yeah,
send you
this is
guys a picture.
Well, not to rub it in, but it was a beautiful day here. It's in the 70s, but it's fall. Like the leaves are all falling, so it's really pretty, but it's still warm.
Yeah, we still have to go to Bourbon Street and look for Yannetti. If it's that nice, he's gonna be out partying.
Wait, Yannetti's in New Orleans?
Yeah, we've already
Where
said
the
that like
hell have you
30 times.
been?
This stream?
Do you watch the show?
I
She does
kept
not.
muting and checking 911, okay? I had an emergency earlier. So Yannetti's in New Orleans and no one let me know in advance?
Well,
I
yeah,
told
because
you in Discord. I told
I
you
don't look
on
at Discord that
here.
much. There's too much in there.
Lord.
You
So
can call me and tell me that kind of stuff. I could have gone to New Orleans this weekend.
Just like my
Well,
real
That
mom.
doesn't
You
mean
don't
he's
know.
just going to be down there walking the streets available.
You
course
don't
you
go
will.
to New Orleans unless you're going to be walking around, Danny.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's Saturday night. He's gonna be like, whoop whoop.
I'm going to have a big Freak Here and Reed shirt on and walking. I'd find him quickly.
Let's see if he's there.
I mean, it's kind of early, but we can look.
He's in a restaurant right now.
He said earlier he was on Bourbon Street the other day. Or yesterday or whatever.
Oh, cool. The card reader's got her kid with her. So you can babysit the kid while she reads your
Oh,
mom.
that's annoying.
God.
Yeah. He looks
He's
like
trying
he
to
has
run
all-
into the cat's meow. Tell him
He
no.
had a little touch of the stuff too, you know. Look at him running around.
You
Can't
can't go
go
in
in
there.
there, kid.
You can't go in there.
You'll get your eye poked out.
Yeah. Can
Hey,
you take
Danny.
him to the boys' bathroom, please?
Danny, that fight I sent you downtown Shreveport on Halloween was literally right in front of our tarot card reader. That's right there.
They didn't see that coming. I think you'd have moved your booth if you were a very good fortune
They're not a
teller.
booth. We have buildings. Like you have to go inside an office building for our tarot card
Well, you
readers.
think they would call the police?
You
We're
would
like, why are
think.
the police here? You're like, hold on 1 second. Oh, there we go.
It took like a whole 4 minutes for enough cops to get together to come down there because it was such a huge brawl.
Not a very good
All on
fortune teller.
video that Danny has, but he won't let us play fight videos.
Rude. So rude.
But what's
Call the
worse than
Blair
the
and ask
fight?
him how that went for him last night.
What's worse than the fight are the outfits that the women have on Halloween.
You remember
That
last
do
time
not
we were?
need to be wearing them.
Remember last time? Did I tell y'all that when we were watching this last time, we saw those 3 guys in those turtle shirts that
Yeah,
stood
and
out.
then you ended up knowing them.
Yeah, they used to work for me.
That's
I
insane.
didn't recognize them, but then the next day I saw them on Facebook with their
It's
shirts.
so
It's
fun
like,
when we see
God,
people we know.
it's like shit. It's crazy.
Just
Everybody
Andy just
here,
posted that Runkle's fundraiser is up to $71,395. That's awesome.
Nice.
That's
nice.
crazy.
I was thinking about doing a Turtle Boy fundraiser tomorrow as the pregame show. I mean, it would just be
Oh,
like playing a bunch of his content.
But you don't want to get his attention.
No, I'm not really
yeah.
worried about him. It ain't gonna work. I'm not even trying to do that. Hadn't been. So,
Hey, if we hit $100, you have to take your shirt off.
no, no, that's not happening.
Iris is asking in the chat. She says, "You guys are hilarious. How did this channel come to be?"
Fun story.
Oh God.
Go on, Danny.
Go
So,
ahead, Danny. Tell us story.
What had happened was
my wife Toy, she likes the true crime stuff. Watches it. She was watching everything. Blah blah blah. I was watching soccer because I was watching a lot of soccer, and I started listening to it. And then I saw you could chat. Started chatting, and I made like 4 friends. It was me, Janine, Petty, and
and the one
Wallflower.
who shall not be named.
Yeah, and Wallflower. So I started calling us
Imagine
the little chat rats because there were 4 of us. And we were in every damn chat. And well, I know that I was. Me and Petty. Petty is wild. I don't know where she went, but she'll be back. So that's how we got the chat rats name. And then 4 became 5, and 5 became 6. And in between trials, we were bored, so we just started going live so we could hang out. And that's how we got
in
here.
between trials, we were up to about 30 when you started the channel, and then it just blew up.
Oh, yeah, we got up to about 240. Something happened, and we got back to about 240. And one of my shorts got like almost 8.6 million views. And
That had nothing to do with Karen Reed. It has to do
No,
with his
nothing to
job.
do. Nothing to do with that. So got a ton of subs out of that. And the more subs you get, the more apt people are to hit subscribe.
I know. I miss Petty. She needs to come back.
Yeah, she's been going a while now.
Yeah, I'm starting to get
There
like
have
a
been petty sightings in other chats. That's what I don't understand.
I
Maybe
thought
she,
I saw her once, but
Yeah, it was once in the Glares chat.
maybe she doesn't. I mean, she even did a super chat in there one night.
Mm.
Maybe she doesn't know Wallflower is annexed again from the chat rats and it's safe to come back.
She wouldn't care either way.
she just needs to check her DMs because I send her a DM like every couple of weeks.
She'll be back one day. But yeah, this is New Orleans, Bourbon Street. This camera's above the Cat's Meow, which is about midways of the walking path. Because that's what you do. You just walk up and down Bourbon Street. Or you go to a little sidebar. People don't realize this New Orleans sidebar area is like really, it's like little communities like this. One hangs out here, one hangs out here. You walk in the bar, everybody turns around and looks at you like, what the fuck are you doing here? Tourist
Yeah,
bars down the street.
we're talking about the same Wallflower who was under a different name back then.
Lois Lane.
Who kept up with the Glares fundraiser stream amounts and became a mod for about a week before she was in Twisted Tragedies chat, hyping her up. So
Wallflower got pissed off at me and
so she
turned
wouldn't
against.
make 500 discords for her different personalities.
Wallflower got mad at you about 7 different times in like the week that she was back. Like
know,
every
that's
single day, it was something new that like offended her. And I was like, dude, you're coming in here, you're screwing up the vibe. Like, relax.
That's her. Me.
Yeah, I was like, why are you taking everything so personally? It's not about you.
When her and Petty got into it, she was emailing Oblivious Benson. She was emailing every damn creator. It's like, what in the fuck are you doing?
That's what happens when you abuse pain pills.
They had a bad spend the night party. So everything was going good. We had about 10 chat rats then. And they were going to have them a spend the night chat rat, spend the night party. Because her and Petty got to be good friends like over the phone. So they thought it'd be a good fucking idea to try to hang out with each other. When one of you are 80 and disabled and smokes a lot of weed, and the other one is 47 and has a family.
And likes to drink.
Yeah, one likes to drink. So, needless to say, the spend the night party didn't go good.
And then Danny had a complex about that and was afraid when we were all meeting up at the courthouse that it was going to go terribly wrong.
Oh no, we couldn't even meet in New Orleans. Like when we were going to meet in May, I'm sitting here like trying to make reservations, and Danny and Toy are literally like 2 hours away. We're not coming. Like I'm planning a whole weekend, and y'all won't even drive down. Nope, not gonna do it.
Not gonna do it.
No, but then some of us met and we restored.
It didn't
your
go
faith.
bad.
It did
So we
not
ended
go
up
bad.
with boots on the
Yeah.
ground at the trial for Karen Reed.
Yep.
Prove to Danny that people with sanity can get along.
Smallest channel in the world down there representing.
We sure are.
It'll be the same way on 12.5. We'll have a pile of people there.
Oh yeah.
Chat ratting.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I want to see if we can get like a record number of people.
Hey, but Gingy did call out in the chat what Wallflower said to you pretty much the day or two before she quote left us before you kicked her. When she said y'all both have big D energy.
All right.
Crazy.
Yeah. Genji's always looking out, you know. She's
Wait,
oh yeah.
Sarah,
Ginger's my
you know
bodyguard.
what's happening in these YouTube streets.
Ginger's my
Sarah
bodyguard,
says-
so I would be careful.
Sarah says that she saw her in JFK's chat making plans with Elle Woods.
Oh yeah, ain't no doubt.
The front
As long as
door.
Elle Woods will come pick her up.
And unpack all of her bands.
That is bad news.
Yeah, I used to own or operate large, high volume nightclubs and bars and restaurants.
He did not run drugs for whoever made that post on X.
No, didn't have to.
Yeah, that was an interesting rumor.
I say I didn't see any, but I didn't run
Yeah, if
any.
Janetti walks in front of this camera, we're gonna freak out.
Look at these guys. They like boobs. You see them? They're totally
I think
saying
I might know one of those.
On camera. It's Saturday night, so it's kind of early here. It's 8:30.
like, oh, there are boobs in
Louisiana
there?
Saturday night.
No, they're not boobs. I don't know,
I
man.
hope not, because I wasn't paying attention.
I can promise you Mel Tillis band is playing down there somewhere right now.
Oh yeah, somewhere. They've got a couple of different cameras, but they're not as good as this one.
This is our favorite. Sometimes they build hopscotches.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
And
Bourbon
then people
Street
fall down.
hopscotch.
Actually, people fall down a lot. We got to go on here later. I like to watch the people fall down.
What you don't understand is there are so many potholes that are filled with water, so it just looks like a puddle, but you'll literally go knee deep when you
Yeah,
step in it.
very
and fall.
entertaining. I like it. I like it.
And that's after a lot of hand grenades and hurricanes.
Oh my God, Charlie.
Yeah, we can check back in on that later.
Yeah.
Watch a little bit
people
of
are
this.
definitely gonna be falling over those chairs. She's got a lot of chairs.
Get a little Alan Jackson fix. If you don't like Alan Jackson, sorry.
Looking good, Alan.
Let's see.
Depends on how fast you go.
You know he's gonna be good. He's gonna be good.
I love him when he gets mad.
Small courtroom too. Should be able to hear it good.
These are the same charges that Brian Koberger is facing. That's the point. Brian Koberger broke into a dorm and slaughtered 4 people. He's facing 4 counts of murder, a plea deal. 4 counts of murder. It's murder, Judge. That's the point.
Charges filed in the Malibu crash that left 4 Pepperdine University students dead. Fraser Michael Bohm pleaded not guilty to the charges, while his attorney claims he was a victim of road rage.
Off to the right, that's Fraser Bohm. Immediately after he allegedly lost control of his BMW, hit several cars, and struck 4 Pepperdine University students, killing them the night of October 17th.
Speeding at the speeds of 104 miles an hour on a 45-mile-an-hour zone on PCH when he lost control of his BMW. We're charging with 4 counts of murder and 4 counts of gross vehicular manslaughter.
The deputy DA in court said,
"You can't navigate at 104 miles an hour. So when you are choosing to drive at that speed in what is essentially a residential area, it's not an accident, it's an inevitability."
The car veered him off the road. It started at Duke's, that this person chased him and tried to push him off the side of the road. And when he accelerated to get away from him, that's when the accident occurred.
and that, says Crowd, is when the other driver was yelling at him.
And bullying him. And this person, according to a distant family member, has a history of exceptionally erratic behavior in the car when he doesn't like somebody else's driving.
189, number 8, present. Appearance, please.
Well, Your Honor, Alan Jackson, along with Jackie Scoron on behalf of Mr. Bowen, who was present in court out of custody. Thank you.
Jacob Marcos, along with Pauline Bavarian. There it is.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
Mr. Calandra, he's here. We'd ask the court to recall the bench warrant that was, or the body attachment that was held till today's day.
So, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. The matter's here for hearing on the 995 motion that Mr. Jackson's front of the file. That I've read and considered, as well as the usual's opposition and the defense reply. I read all those several times, as well as the preliminary hearing transcript. And I reviewed the exhibits for the preliminary hearing that were submitted evidence as well. Who's going to handle the Mr. Jackson?
995, yes.
I was I've read your written submission that you would like to add to it. This is the opportunity. Thank you.
Your Honor, thank you, first of all, for allowing us to be heard on this. I will try not to repeat myself. Obviously, the court has read our submission, read all the exhibits, the preliminary hearing transcript, but I think that there are certain issues that do bear on the court's ultimate determination, and I'm going to highlight those issues as best I can and as succinctly as I can. It starts with one truth, a legal truth here in California. Speed cannot be treated as malice. Speed cannot be treated as malice. That is the rule in the state of California. It's not made up by the defense, it's not made up by me. It's not a tagline. It's the rule of law in California recited in a statement handed down to the lower courts by Supreme Court Justice Kelly Evans. Your Honor, this case has always required one thing only from the prosecution, and that is proof of implied malice. Not proof of negligence, recklessness, not proof that this was a tragedy, which it clearly was. They must prove implied malice, and the law is crystal clear that malice has 2 separate and independent requirements, an objective requirement and a subjective requirement. The prosecution has never satisfied either of those, certainly not the preliminary hearing. And I want to be very clear right now, at least for the first part of my comments, I want to separate those two into different legal pillars. The first thing I want to address is the objective requirement. What act did Fraser Bowen commit that objectively involved a high probability that it would result in death? That's the question before the court. That was the question before the magistrate. What happened on Pacific Coast Highway, I could not be clearer about this, was a tragic collision. But tragedy does not equal murder. And the law does not permit the district attorney to convert a fatal accident into second-degree murder simply by calling speed malice. Because we go back to that first postulate, speed cannot be malice in California. Rather, there was no alcohol, no drugs, no testing, no racing, no distraction, no prior DUI by my client, no advisements, no Watson warnings, no statement of indifference after the fact, no criminal history, no driving history, no bad driving history. Those serious consequences imposed by the government in a judicial proceeding. Nothing that has ever been cited in the cases where implied malice has been upheld in California. So what are the people left with? What are they left with? All of those no's, one after another, after another, after another, Judge, all of those no's make them rely on one thing and one thing only. And this is the basis of their entire theoretical postulate. Speed. That's it. Alleged speed at that. Disputed speed. Undefined speed. And now, after apparently abandoning that exact theory, which is what they argued at the preliminary hearing, they want this court to treat speed alone as implied malice. And that is not the law. That brings us to the fundamental problem in their briefing and in the magistrate's ruling. The prosecution has misstated or did misstate at the preliminary hearing the written standard, and the magistrate clearly accepted that incorrect standard. They collapsed the two prongs of implied malice into one, the two prongs being the objective and the subjective into one prong, and they continue to do so even as recently as their reply. The reply brief that we received this morning states, quote, "The objective and subjective determination of the lethality of speed." That is a direct quote from the prosecution's reply brief from this morning. They still are conflating and combining the objective and the subjective factors, and the law says you cannot do that. And they're doing it on the back of, quote, "the lethality of speed." They go on to say in the reply brief, in a two-page reply, in addition to speed, he also lost control of the car. Well, Judge, by definition, every crash involving speed is also going to include the loss of control of the vehicle. Otherwise, no crash. And then they throw in as almost a Hail Mary. And by the way, the defendant, quote, "was aware that he did not have full control of his vehicle prior to doing so," end quote. No citation, no quotation to the record, no citation to the transcript, nothing. Just a blatant, bald-faced statement with no foundation in fact. Where is the evidence? What evidence did they produce and present to the magistrate that my client, quote, "was aware that he did not have full control of his vehicle prior to doing so, prior to speeding, and prior to the collision"? There is none. They collapsed the two prongs of implied malice, as I just said, into one, and they applied pre-Reyes, and the court now is very familiar with Reyes, the 2023 version of CalCrim 520, both of which, pre-Reyes and the prior CalCrim, do not control. They are no longer the law. And the prosecution got the law, and they argued the law wrong, and the magistrate, unfortunately, got that law wrong. The California Supreme Court's current rule on the objective prong of implied malice is set forth in the new 520 CalCrim, and the case is post-Reyes. Before we go any further to the facts, the record, the evidentiary defects that were at the preliminary hearing, we need to start with what the Supreme Court has already started for us, and that is the Reyes case. Because if this court applies the law as it exists today, which this court must do, not as it existed before 2023, then the murder counts cannot stand. They are legally infirm. Period. Full stop. The Supreme Court in Reyes made it unmistakably clear that to prove implied malice, the act itself must involve a high degree of probability, not possibility, probability, that it will result in death. That's not a risk, Your Honor. That's not a possibility. That's not dangerous in some generalized way. We can have possibilities and danger that still do not reach the level of implied malice. It must be a high probability of death, not just a probability. And that means significantly more likely than not. I tried, as I was preparing my arguments today, put this in terms that ring true to we lawyers and the community members at large as well. A high probability of death means it is significantly more likely than not just 51%, not just more likely than not just the famous scale to a significantly more likely than not that you're going to kill someone when you commit that act. That you're going to kill someone when you commit the act. They rely on speeding. That's it. That's their entire theory. I've provided the court with 2 copies of the CalCrim. I just want to make sure that we're absolutely clear about the language difference between those, the old and new. One copy is the CalCrim that people actually relied on. It was superseded and is no longer law. And one copy is the instruction post-Reyes, and that is the current law. In the old version, the objective standard, what I might have been arguing 10 years ago, before Reyes, highlights that, quote, implied malice requires an intentional act. The natural and probable consequences of the act were dangerous to human life. So be it. That's what the law used to be. But the correct law regarding the objective standard now reads as follows. The defendant has implied malice if he intentionally committed an act. The natural and probable consequences of the act were dangerous to human life, in that the act involved a high degree of probability that it would, not may, it would result in death. The clearest language used by any court since Watson, defining a high degree of probability of death relating to traffic homicides, is the Moore case. The court explained in that case that Mr. Moore, the defendant in that case, drove 70 miles per hour on a neighborhood surface street, intentionally crossed into oncoming opposing traffic, causing other drivers to avoid, intentionally ran through a red light at speed, struck a car in the intersection at speed without even attempting to apply his brakes, killed a passenger, and then evaded the police following that. And he did all of this, as he admitted, because of what he called, quote, wacky tobacco, end quote. That's a quote right out of the case, reasonably implying that he was high on marijuana at the time. The court in that case defined a high probability of death, and this is important, as a near certainty.
High on marijuana. Damn, that's cold.
Not the marijuana.
That's hardcore.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy to listen to Alan Jackson and sit back, forget what we're doing.
Totally.
But listening to his argument, this is where I'm stuck, like hung up on it. In my opinion, if they can prove he was going 104 and knowing it's a dangerous road, much less Dead Man's Curve coming up, to me, there is a high probability that an accident will happen. So if the defense's story is true about, he was being what he felt was threatened by someone with road rage at the previous light, I don't see myself speeding up to 100 and something miles an hour to get away from someone, even on the interstate. I would pull off. I mean, it's a residential area, there's stores, like I would pull over and get help. I wouldn't take it upon myself to try to flee on a dangerous road. So that's where I'm hung up on this one.
Yeah, I think he was just being a dumb kid. They think they're invincible.
Yep.
I agree with that. But
especially those rich kids.
The law doesn't have any leeway for invincible dumb rich kids.
Yeah, and I mean, like, it's not murder. I don't know how you can call it murder. But
well, he's saying if they can prove there was a high probability that his speed would result in either injury or loss of life, then they can charge murder or the M
Yeah,
word.
but you can't predict the future that well. You can't say that maybe if it wouldn't happen that way, he could have been doing 65 and still hit him the same way and killed him. But he's
Which would
out there
still
being
be
a dumb
25
kid. But
miles over the speed limit. Or
yeah, but intent, it's going to be hard to prove.
it's not intent in this case. They're not trying to say it was intent. It's that there was a high probability that your actions would result in the injury or loss of life of others. So if you think about that, going 104 miles an hour on those roads, to me, it is a high probability that you could hurt or kill someone, including yourself. I mean,
Yeah, definitely not going to be. I don't know. He's probably done it before and didn't have a wreck.
yeah, when they say he has a perfect driving record, not even a, traffic ticket, that doesn't mean he hasn't ever done anything before. I just don't like this case. I don't like that he's charged with murder. But based off of the law in California, if they can prove he was going 104, I can see where they were able to charge him with it, personally.
Well, let's see what Alan Jackson keeps saying.
A near certainty that the act would result in death. That's what a high probability of death means in California. Not that the act possibly could cause death, not that the act probably.
Can we stream snipe Plevin for a minute? Because apparently he's singing Shannon Burgess's praises on his channel.
I don't want to do that.
Okay.
Why is he? I didn't even think he was
Someone
going
put it
live
in the
anymore.
chat. Someone put it in the chat, so I just think it'd be funny.
It looks like Zach put it in there. Zach, are you trolling Plevin right now? But we'll watch some of this. I'll check it out, see if he's live or whatever.
Would cause death. Not that the act was dangerous or even highly dangerous, but rather that it's a near certainty that the act alone would cause death. Did the people say or establish in any way at the preliminary hearing that the mere act of speeding on PCH, that's what their postulate is, the mere act of speeding on PCH is nearly certain to cause death? That is absurd. They did not, because they cannot. It is objectively not true that speeding on PCH nearly always causes death. In fact, it does not, and the people well know it. So that objective factor, and the act claimed by the people as a high probability of causing death, has simply not been met. It wasn't met at the preliminary hearing. Therefore, there is no implied malice to prove this case, or to prove those charges. That is the controlling law in California, and it's simply not the standard that the prosecution applied, and it's not the standard that the magistrate applied, respectively. The prosecution argued at the preliminary hearing what the magistrate ultimately accepted is the old formulation, that an act is sufficient to satisfy the objective requirement if it's dangerous executing. And again, if we were standing here arguing this in 2015 or in 2022 before Reyes, might not even be making this argument. But here we are in 2025, post-Reyes, and that's no longer the law. Danger is no longer enough. The Supreme Court expressly rejected that diluted standard and replaced it with a far more narrow standard. And that matters in this case. This is that type of case where the law actually makes a difference. The law actually defines what this court can and should do. Because failing the objective prong just ends the inquiry. We're just done. If the act does not objectively involve a high probability of death, there is no implied malice, even if the defendant was fully aware of the risk. And in this case, he wasn't, which I'll get to in just a second. The Supreme Court Justice that I referred to earlier, Justice Evans, has already anticipated and warned against the exact mistake that the people are making in this case. She literally saw it coming, the exact arguments that they're making, and warned the lower courts against that argument. In a published statement following Reyes, Supreme Court Justice Evans explained that lower courts in vehicular cases have been ignoring the objective standard, applying outdated CalCrim language and treating speed as if it were inherently sufficient to show implied malice. It doesn't get much clearer than that. She stated plainly, quote, and this is her quote, not mine, quote, speeding, even at a high rate, does not automatically equate to a high probability of death, end quote. That is not my characterization. That is a sitting California Supreme Court Justice explaining that in vehicular cases, you must apply the Reyes standard, and failing to do so is reversible error.
What's up, sister?
Yo, my brother, my sisters.
Hey, we summoned
Hey,
her.
Janine.
Hey,
Yes,
you
you did.
summoned me.
You
Hello,
have been
Summoned her with a message.
my brother. Yeah,
Oh.
I got your message. Yeah. Well,
Works
I
every
work-
time.
She always
the
gets
summoning.
StreamYard link.
The summer, yes, the summoning. So I had to I have work tomorrow. I got a lot of work today. I was working all day. I came home late, and then I had to wash the botanicals and make the dinner, prepare for work tomorrow. So
Oh, I'm glad you're getting a lot of work though.
you know,
probably
it's just
fucking
it's
freezing where
don't
you
want to
are.
get what's that?
It's probably freezing where you are too, isn't it?
Yeah, and I haven't had
Ugh.
heat, which is another thing. Yeah, I haven't had heat all week. So
Oh my God. That
Yeah.
sucks.
Why?
yeah, the week was a dumpster fire. I'm not gonna lie, but today was good, and I got a lot of work, and then I have work tomorrow, and on Monday. So Monday so far, I only
Whose
have one.
responsibility is it to keep the heat going?
Well,
Is it a
well,
part that messed up, or the whole system, or what?
yeah, so here's the thing. So I, it wasn't that cold, and then we had a couple cold days, but I noticed that the thermostat, I mean, it's very poor insulation. So I closed all the inside windows, the outside windows, and then it was still cold. And I texted the maintenance guy and I said, it said call for service. So I said, we haven't had heat the last few days, and, it's been really cold. So yesterday we had heat, and then today, no heat. So I don't fucking know. I have no idea, but it's a pain in the ass. Hello, my friends in the chat. AJ, Sarah, Angel, Kitty K. Love y'all. So so it was, but I don't want to get too excited about work, because it's like I'll get a lot of work, right? Like I'll have a great week and then nothing. So I'm hoping that things are going to stay steady. So yeah, I had a good day today. And then tomorrow I have a bunch. What are y'all up to? Have you been?
Just been doing this.
Yeah. It's still Christmas in the Thomas residence.
Yeah,
It's Christmas in the Red
Thanksgiving.
House.
That way I don't have to mess with them for a while,
Oh my God.
At least till
What
like
about girl
March.
pumpkin?
I can leave this up till March.
Oh my God. The candy cane needs a pumpkin to sit in.
Yeah.
I like Laulene's shirt though.
You need some turkeys on the wall.
Yeah, for real. Oh, this is my
Tell
anti-Christmas.
that to the people who sell decorations.
My
'Cause they
Grinchy
just fucking
sister. Prince Lover, Diane
how much around
G.
here. I looked.
I'm a very festive Grinch, though. Like, I make a big deal about it.
You make a big deal of what?
How much I hate Christmas.
Oh, I do too. And my kids detest me for it. They hate me. They're like, stop.
Yeah.
You're the
Well,
worst.
I mean,
Look at Laulene's face.
my dad is like,
So I need to
Mr.
decorate
Christmas.
more Christmassy. Is what you're saying.
Oh my God.
ridiculous.
I'm going to put a piece of tape on the screen.
I would do that anyways, but since you didn't, I'm going.
Oh my God. You have to stop.
I'm going fucking Clark Griswold in this bitch.
Oh my goodness.
Getting
Is that what your house looks like?
62,000 bulbs.
That's what mine is going to look like starting the day after Thanksgiving, and I'm going to have to live stream me decorating just to tick y'all off.
Graceland and Louisiana and Mississippi.
It's not tacky like Graceland. It looks good.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I'll have to send you
get
some
to
pictures
believe
from
it.
last year.
Mm-hmm.
And I keep it up until like Mardi Gras too. I'm like the last house on the block. to still have Christmas lights.
Oh God. You are my torture chamber. And I like it really. Mary, do you do this? After the Epiphany, it's all supposed to go away. That's January
I can't.
6th.
I spend
Yeah.
too much
That's
time,
fine.
blood, sweat, and tears putting that stuff up. I'm gonna
But
take
you
advantage
know
of it.
that. You know that. Everybody
I
knows.
love Christmas lights.
Oh my God. And then I'm like,
Some
Christmas.
people don't even take them down.
Christmas in March, for fuck's sake.
No,
Yeah.
February.
Like, I'm too pissed off
What
in
about
March. to be
Christmas
looking
in
at that.
June?
Ugh.
There's
Yeah, there
people
are
in this
people that
neighborhood
leave
that
theirs
leave
up
their lights up because they're
all
too
year.
lazy to take them down.
Oh God.
I have to take mine down, and I usually get the hint. My husband would start unplugging them on the way to work in the morning because he was getting embarrassed, and it would tick me off because I'm the one who does it all.
Little
Like
subtle
they're
message
staying up
for
all
you.
year this year.
Yeah, right. You're living La Vida Loca.
Lollians are probably in the shape of crawfish too. That's how they
No,
are.
I
down
actually
there.
don't have anything like South related.
Oh my God!
You
I
know
know
me,
you
it's
got
a
some
lot of
fucking
religious
crawfish
stuff.
lights at your house somewhere.
No crawfish. I think I do have a Santa that plays the banjo that's in my
There you
living
go.
room.
That'll work.
That
Cool.
qualifies. So we watching a little bit of AJ?
Yeah, this is that new
Teeny Lou.
hearing they had the other day for Fraser Bond, who had the car wreck, killed the 4 girls.
Yes. So I and I'm so out of the loop. So I have seen. I really wasn't able to watch a lot of anything this week, but I did see some screenshots and I saw some like chats a little bit. So and I looked at comments. So in one set of comments, and I forget who the creator was, they were very anti. What's the boy's name? Fraser?
Yeah.
Hello,
Yeah,
sir.
Fraser Bond.
My bumper. Yes. So I saw some comments. Oh, this poor kid. And then other comments. Oh, this fucking kid expressed no remorse and this is bullshit. And so what happened with that? Like, can anybody educate me? Bring me up to speed, please.
You don't know the details of the case?
I know that it was a motor vehicle accident and it's on the highway in where is this? Is this LA?
California.
Pacific Coast Highway.
Right,
the one
right.
That's
And
basically in all
So
the
he's
movies.
doing 104 miles an hour.
Okay, so there
Supposedly.
you go. Okay.
But AJ's argument is that the vehicle went airborne and you can't trust the black box of the car at that point. Because none of the witnesses said he was going that fast. They estimated around 70. So there is question about the speed.
It's still 70 is way too fast
In a 45.
No, I'll
but
drive 80 everywhere.
But that's what AJ said, that when he was driving it the other day at 70, he was steadily being passed. Like everyone's
Oh yeah.
speed,
If
knowing how
when you
dangerous
leave
the road is.
Mississippi and you go through, I think what is it, Birmingham? Going like if you're going to North Carolina or something, you have to go through Birmingham, top of Alabama. Let me tell you something. If you don't get your ass up to about 85 miles an hour, they will run your ass off the road in Birmingham.
Well,
And I'm
Janine,
not shitting you.
the
Everybody
defensive
drives 90.
story is
But that's a straightaway, right?
yeah,
Isn't
I
that?
mean, it's the interstate.
this literally happened at what they call Dead Man's Curve. The girls were
Yes, I
parked
remember
on the side of
that.
the
Oh, yeah.
road, and
Why?
there's
No,
only
that's what I don't understand. Let's get into that. What in the fuck are
like
they
an
parked
8
there
to
for?
10 inch difference between the line for the side of the road and where they were parked.
Why did they pull over right there?
They were
Oh,
going, I think there's
God.
a restaurant that they were going to cross the street to go to.
Oh my
But
God.
he's saying that after the road rage incident at the previous light, where he was being, like trailed by this guy who they are going to have a witness from this guy's family that he has a history of road rage, that he was being chased by this guy, and then another car bumped Frazier, knocking him into the side of this girl's parked car. So there's a lot of variables to this that could go both ways.
Yeah, you can
It-
tell the difference in that speed.
Yes, yeah.
100 miles an hour is fucking cooking.
Fucking crazy. That is crazy shit. I mean, you have to effort even with new cars, unless it's like a luxury car and they just
It
kind
was
of.
a BMW.
Oh wow, that's a different story.
Probably
Then.
gets up to 100 really fast.
Yeah.
All-wheel drive, small.
But on that road, he had to realize at some point it was difficult for him to maintain control of the car.
What car really controls well at over 100 miles an hour? No,
Right.
that speed is
a
for
luxury-
straightaways,
a
not.
sports car, right? Yeah, that's it.
You know, the speed limit in this zone is 45 miles an hour.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, for fuck's
But
sake.
murder is, I
he
think
has
murder
a
is an
lot of
overcharge.
he has a lot of things in his favor, but there's just a couple of things that are really borderline that I think it's going to come down to the jury looking at 4 lost lives against a 22-year-old spending the rest of his life in prison.
Right.
When
He's
he
going to
had
serve time either which way it goes. He's facing 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter if it's not murder.
no, the difference is he could only get probation.
No, he don't need to have probation
He
because
could get 1 to
4
5
people
years
died.
or probation or spend the rest of his life in prison. That's the big difference.
I don't know why it has to be one extreme or the other. He needs to serve some time because obviously he drove like that all the time. He wasn't. I don't believe he's running from somebody.
Right.
I think he's
Well,
just young,
they have
being fucking
witnesses.
crazy.
They do have witnesses that say they saw that happen.
That he was what? That he was being chased?
Yeah. But the guy who was doing the chasing says that while they were at the previous red light, he looked over and scolded him because it looked like he was texting and driving. But the phone records show that he wasn't on his phone. So the guy who says he was texting and driving is the guy who has a history of road rage incidences. And then when the wreck happened, he went over and forcefully pulled him out of the car and put him down on the curb and was threatening him and stuff.
So he hopped back in his car and hauled ass at 100 miles an hour and slammed into the girls.
After supposedly being nudged by another car that did not stay at the scene. And there are witnesses saying that he was hit by another car when he was changing lanes aggressively, though, to get away from the road rage guy.
Well, I know, but yeah, I guess
Yeah, so if
still,
he
you
was-
can't just kill people to get away.
That's my point. Is like, I would not speed up to 100 and something miles an hour to get away from someone. I would pull over in someone's driveway or at a store. I'd call the police,
Well, it's hard to say. First of all, it's a kid.
That's my point. But we give license to kids at 16 and he's 22.
Right.
You
His
know,
brain isn't even fully developed.
it's not.
Bye,
But-
Sherry D. Thanks for hanging out.
Bye, Sherry D. Hi and bye. Great to see you, friends. It's been a
But
while.
Janine, that's like I was telling Mary B. It's a lot like the valet whatever Raoul case to me.
Yes. Oh my God.
He
yes.
made the immature decision to go back to the scene, resulting in death. And
Right.
here you have a kid making an immature or a young adult making an immature decision to try to outrun another driver, supposedly on an extremely dangerous stretch of road, and 4 lives are taken.
So yes, but so he was outrunning, or he was in
Yeah, he
fear.
was running from.
He was fearing for his life.
Supposedly,
Yeah.
according to his story, but the guy with road rage is saying that he told him at the light that he needed to be careful or else he was going to hurt someone.
Right.
So it's going to
So he
come
was
down to
already driving wild.
supposedly
Triggered
erratic.
road rage guy scolded him. He's
Yeah.
22. He can't deal with it. He lives in California. He floored
Well,
it and
he also
became
said that he lost
irrational.
2 friends due to a high speed or road rage incident, and his PTSD was like triggering
Oh
him.
my God.
That's AJ's
These fucking
argument.
kids, dude, they take no responsibility for nothing.
So that's our AJ arguing though.
Well, he's driving I know what AJ's arguing, but this kid's
Stupid.
driving the car, and if you're driving the car, you're fucking responsible for the car. And the
Yeah.
car is a heat-seeking missile if you want it to be.
It is. It is.
It's a
And
7,000-pound missile.
yes.
It just all comes down to the law in California though. It has
Which
to
I'm
be
surprised
that
they're
they're
even charging him in California, to be honest.
well, and
Must be white.
AJ's about to make a great point here in a minute when you start playing it again about similar incidents that have happened that the DAs did not charge the same charges. So it's an interesting argument.
Yeah, they're hardcore on these young kids in
Well, this other
California, but
person like literally fled and went to Chicago before he was apprehended, and they didn't even charge him with murder.
So do you know, not to change the subject, because I wanna get up to speed on this. And we've talked about this case before, and it's horrific. 4 young, beautiful lives taken. I mean, like, it's a horror. But I think that Raul is having a hearing this coming week, and I never heard back from Small Segal. And
Yeah,
I
it's
never
supposed to be about finding representation.
Yeah.
so Raul's first lawyer, we called him Small Seagal. Like, we watched the whole trial.
He was
And
a
then-
fucking beast,
And
man.
Janine lives close to him. So we had Janine reach out to him and ask him, why the fuck are you not representing Raul? You said you were going to.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seemed like all in.
Yeah.
But that built his popularity. It had to.
Yeah. And I have to say, I thought he was great. I did.
Some of those cases as a lawyer, you got to take them because it's better than any business card you could pass out. You know what I
Right.
mean?
But maybe he doesn't like the
obviously
attention.
has
Yeah,
a winning case, or at least 50-50 chance.
if you're going to hire a lawyer, you're going to hire somebody like Seagal, who you've watched on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know this guy's going to come prepared. He's got his fucking skull ring on. He's got a double ponytail. He's got ostrich boots, slick back suit,
Pigtails.
fucking ready to go.
He's a vibe.
Just because he's half the size of your lawyer, don't sleep on Seagal.
Big things come in small packages.
Yeah, like Betero and Small Seagal.
Exactly. I mean,
Don't
all right.
sleep on
Listen,
him.
Well,
not
like
better.
people,
There's one
I
better.
just need to clarify real quick. People in the chat, we know that first-degree murder in most states means intent. It does not in California when it comes to this accident. It just has to be that there was a high
You
probability.
were doing something dangerous and somebody got hurt.
It
So you're
doesn't mean he
fucking guilty.
intended to kill anyone. It's just that his actions, he should have known there was a high probability of injury or death, not intent. So that's the difference in California with this charge with first degree.
Which is
Ugh.
crazy.
Yeah. Well, if I weren't working, I would definitely, I would be going. I would have gone to the courthouse, because it's like 15-20 minutes away from me, and that's not a big deal. I was gonna go, and then I got work and I had to take it. I had no choice. But but when and if the trial begins, I'll go as much.
Janine would have had us so many interviews down there with her phone. Oh,
I know.
Wait,
Would have
this,
got
this is why Janine's late. She's been in there like bidding on Yannetti and Alessi's ties.
so we can wear them on stream.
I said, all right. So what was that? You know, thank God I leave my notifications on. I catch like every one out of every like 500 notifications. But I saw something about Alessi's was something like $5,000.
5,000 and something, and Yannetti's I think was 8,000 and something.
So what is this about? Is this their
Runkle's yearly fundraiser for the children's hospital, I think.
Aw.
So he's trying to get 100 grand. He's at about 80 something now.
Yeah.
Who's this?
Runkle.
Runkle. Oh, and Runkle had both of them on, right?
Oh, he had 13 of the law tubers on there a minute ago.
Oh.
There's a whole fucking panel of super smart people.
Nice.
Law tuber groupie mecca.
Did Melanie show up? Because I heard her saying she wasn't sure if she's going to make it. Does anyone know if
I
Melanie
didn't
made
see,
it?
I didn't see Melanie.
Night, Prince Lover. Love you.
Night, Prince
Just
Lover.
fucking- It's 9 o'clock.
You know she's always got to go tend to Mr. Prince Lover.
At 9 o'clock?
Yes, early.
Well, his ass can wait till 10:30.
Priorities.
Apparently
Yeah.
not, Danny.
Oh, the glare is on him?
Did he go live?
No, he's on Runkle, I think.
Okay, well that means he's not going to go live then. So we can just
We
do
can
zero.
glare rate him later if he does.
Yeah, I was going to do a glare pregame, but
We weren't sure if he was going to be able to go on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because he didn't know when he was going to be on Runkle.
Mm-hmm.
But let's watch a couple minutes of this. Let Alan Jackson soothe your soul.
The fact is, the people in their opposition relied on and stated the wrong law, and the magistrate got the law wrong as well. Justice Evans explained why that outdated law was changed. Why was it changed in the first place? Why are you going to address it? She explained that thousands of Californians drive at excessive speeds every day without causing death. As the justice noted, just as drunk driving does not always, or even usually, result in death, either speeding. That means speeding, even extreme speeding, cannot be treated as malice per se, which is what the people are asking this court to do, what they asked the magistrate to do. There must be evidence that the act in the circumstances, the actual act in the circumstances presented, have high probability of actually causing death. And here there is none. Not one witness, not one expert, not one data point, not a study, no, not one foundation of evidence that driving at X speed for X number of seconds has a high probability of killing someone. People didn't even try to make that showing because they cannot. They relied instead on outdated pre-race jury instructions, and the Supreme Court's already said that's manifest error. As Justice Evans said, I just indicated, she warned courts, don't do this, do not do this. The people are asking this court to do exactly that. If this court applies the law as it currently exists, discuss it, post-race, the murder counts have to be dismissed. Now we have the correct legal frame. I want to return back to the prosecution's theory. The one they propounded at the preliminary hearing, the one they relied on opposition papers. At the preliminary hearing, the prosecution's argument was there has to be a number where speed becomes murder. There has to be a number where speed becomes murder. It's undefined. There just has to be one, Your Honor, where speed becomes murder. That was their theory then. They told the magistrate that speed itself was both the objective and the subjective proof of implied malice, and even in their reply papers, they do the same thing today. Objective and subjective determination of the lethality of speed. They're still continuing to make the same legal error. That's not the law. There is no magic number at which speed automatically becomes murder. A lot of them permit implied malice to be inferred from some undefined mileage per hour or even a defined mileage per hour. And the Supreme Court in Reyes and after Reyes has explicitly warned courts not to collapse those two objective and subjective standards or prongs into one single fact. For instance,
Danny,
in the opposition, the people have abandoned.
you see AJ's right hand in the video?
Yep.
He apparently burned it bad. I saw a post of Nick Rocco's on X where Karen Reed's civil attorney and AJ both have like bum limbs. He didn't know what happened to the guy with the South African accent, but said AJ burned his.
Aw. Feel better, AJ.
I
But
wonder
look
if
at
it was cooking. you know.
Right, AJ, he's quite the chef. But look
He
at
is
that.
a master chef. I give him that.
He is. But look at that pocket square. Oh my God. I could watch this guy's outfits all day long. Give me an AJ outfit.
We did that on the other channel.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the
True crime stuff.
wardrobe contest.
Their original argument.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They tried to replace it with something even more legally deficient. The idea that Fraser's general familiarity with the phrase, quote, speed kills, that slogan, proves both knowledge and conscious disregard. Because once he heard the slogan, or because by one time he may have heard the slogan or saw it somewhere on the side of a bus or a bus bench. That is not proof of subjective malice. That is proof that the defendant is a human being who's seen the same public safety billboard that you and I have seen, and the rest of us, everybody in the audience have seen and are familiar with. Think about it. If this court, Your Honor, were to uphold the people's improper theory, every time there's a vehicular fatality, pretty much every time, all the officer would need to do is say, have you heard that speed kills? And the unsuspecting driver says, yes. Now facing murder charges. Implied malice requires the defendant to have actually appreciated the specific danger of his or her act at that time, not a general awareness that speeding somewhere, sometime, somehow may be dangerous. The requirement is this. I know the act is nearly certain to kill someone, and I'm going to do it anyway. That's the standard that's set out by the Supreme Court. I know the act I'm about to engage in is nearly certain to kill someone. I'm going to do it anyway. That's implied malice. That's the subjective factor. Nothing in the record comes close to that standard, Your Honor, and the people know that, which is why they're trying to replace evidence with inference and slogans like speed kills. The people also want to rest on the fact that Fraser knew friends who died in an automobile accident at some point in his past. They want to suggest that that's enough for his subjective intent to consciously disregard the near certainty that speeding kills someone. Your Honor, we all likely know someone tragically who has passed in some sort of traffic accident.
I'd have to say that hairstyle wouldn't do me good as a juror.
Yeah.
Clean it up a little bit.
But
Don't look like you don't care. That kind of looks like, I know that's their hairstyles and shit, but
yeah, that's the thing. That's the way they wear their hair. So it's like if you're gonna pretend to be a whole different person, though, you know what I mean? I don't know, because there's pictures of him theoretically. I don't know if the jury would be seeing pictures of him, but I see what you mean. But that's that's my son's hair. You know, it's all the boys wear their hair like that.
I know. But you're going
Like
to
Messi
court.
in the front.
You're going to court for murder.
I know.
You don't need to look cool.
But Danny, on Glara's stream, he spent more time focusing on the judge. He looks like a surfer beatnik when they zoom in on him.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, of course he does.
He does. And then you got the prosecutor. Like, look at him.
Hands as soft as like two little buttercups. Just
But yeah, Glara was talking about like this is the kind of defendant you like hate, like the kid who is spoiled and looks like a movie star. And
shows up to court in a $2,000 suit.
someone did post that the family did have a tailor come to the house and fit him for his court suit.
They did. I bet they did.
And he sits there in the chair and like swivels it back and forth, which is annoying to people because you're gonna have the family and friends of all four of these sorority sisters come in and talk about devastation, and he's got to look more sympathetic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He just doesn't look very like, oh God, I wish this wouldn't have happened. But I do have my hair is flared perfectly, and I have this nice suit on. I'm sure, I'm going to make it on TikTok, so I need to look good.
I mean, you would think about the feedback that Karen and her defense team got after trial 1 about how Karen looked.
Her
that
faces,
AJ would have already prepared this kid.
But also, how old is he?
He was 22 at the time of the incident and 23, so maybe 24 now.
Yeah, I mean, there's kids,
October, I think, October of 23. So yeah, he would have just turned 24.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, when you're talking about kids, I don't know how easy it is for Gen Z to modify in that way. We, as Xers, had to, right? We had no choice. We get the fucking belt. This is a different generation. I mean, they just do whatever the
You
fuck
don't
they
need a belt whipping to comb your damn hair.
Yeah.
Put on some relatable clothes.
Yeah, we knew that we had to do it. These kids don't. They're not. They don't
No, he
have.
looks like he's ready to make a
ability.
TikTok video.
But you would think that AJ, like to Laulene's point, would be like, bruv.
Yeah, as AJ swims around in his $9,000 suit.
It's not just the clothes. I'm talking about the facial expressions
Clothes
and
mean a lot when you're a
demeanor.
juror. Even in
well,
California,
but
you're gonna be
there's no
sitting there like,
jury in there
these
right
little
now. You're
entitled
working
fuckers.
on the judge.
I
So
know.
show
Well,
some
he looks like a
sympathy, show
surfer.
some regret, show some remorse.
Yeah,
Right. The
something.
optics are not
That's all I'm saying. I'm sorry.
overall. The optics
Check
are
him
not.
out. Let's see.
Right.
Maybe he changes. He'll
Maybe.
not get a good haircut right before he goes to court.
Ask for showing hands in this courtroom. Very few would go up. If I said, you know someone or know someone who knew someone who tragically passed in a traffic accident. But under the law, that's not the same as being sensitized to the consequences of certain acts. That's what the law requires. We have yet to find any case in all our research.
Right, Rubicon. That's what I'm saying. Because Bias could have dressed her up and made her put on makeup and made her
Yeah, but
twice
the
as
pictures on the
attractive.
screen of her in a mini blue dress
Oh,
on top
yeah,
of the
there was
bar,
no-
and she's sitting there looking like a librarian for trial.
Not a librarian. She's like a Quaker.
You
Come
weren't
in there
putting
like-
lipstick on that
like a-
pic.
Full
Rubicon,
on.
hey girl.
But that was smart though. Makes you more relatable.
I guess it
Is
worked.
Costy at work? Like, I wish he could come up here.
I don't know what you doing, Casa. You working?
In which that was the predicate for the subjective requirement. And yet every case that we have found, including Ortiz, which we cited, states the opposite. The subjective requirement can be established only from suffering serious consequences from the government because of your own conduct. That's Watson. This court knows that case inside and out. That's Watson. The defendant has suffered sanctions by the government, warnings by the government in judicial proceedings, in a judicial governmental environment that warned him against the very act he then went out and did again. That is missing here. The people cannot replace Frazier's subjective knowledge with a traffic slogan and somebody else's traffic collision. That's not the law. The court has never done it, and I seriously doubt that this court wants to be the first. Thus, the prosecution cannot satisfy the subjective component either of murder or applied malice. There's no evidence, none, that Frazier believed he was actually traveling at 100 miles an hour, or 90 miles an hour, or 80 miles an hour. There's no evidence of that in the record whatsoever. The unrefuted evidence of what was subjectively in Frazier's mind is, in the court read the transcripts, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, when asked over and over and over, how fast were you going? He said, I don't know. If Frazier
He said it 3 times.
Yeah. What did he say with it was in his closing, right? Lolene, do you remember?
Well, I mean, in the opening,
was
he
no
said he
collision.
was not hit by there
No
was
collision,
no
yes.
collision, no
There
collision,
was
no
no
collision.
collision.
Collision was no collision, was no
There
collision.
was no collision.
Brother won. But you were
did
gonna
not know his speed.
Lolene.
KDK says he needs my haircut. His haircut
Does
probably
Costy
looks a
have
whole
the
lot
link
better.
to come up? He's at home.
Oh yeah. So brother, you got your haircut. It looks extra short these days.
So somebody
Yeah, it
said
does.
last night, like he got his ears lowered. That's like a Southern thing.
I love it. I love short hair. The shorter, the better. But yes, KDK, my friend, you're right. He could use like a military style. He could still have it messy, but if it's like askew, that's the thing with these kids. They just need to fuck it up a little bit, right? Like they fade in the back and then they fuck it up in the front. If he takes an inch or 2 off of it so that it's real short and just messes it up, he'll look fine. Yeah. But
Wait, Iris is saying that he killed 4 kids and drunk. He was not drunk. He blew a 0.00 and had no drugs in his system. And he had a completely clean driving record.
I was trying to find Cassie's.
That's just horrible. Ugh.
Damn, I don't see him to send him the link. Why can I not find him?
She's saying Ethan Couch.
Oh, Ethan Couch, the affluenza kid, right? Iris, is that the affluenza kid? That was horrible. And he got off because he was too wealthy and he would not be able to tolerate prison.
Link is for
Judge was
Kasi
a
in the
fuck.
chat. The link is for Kasi. Let's check
You
out
need
some more of
you
this
need
right
to
here.
start sending him through DMs so he'll start checking his DMs. I'm still waiting for him to
I
answer
was
me.
trying to, but I can't find him now. It's like, I don't know. I'm gonna look.
And clearly, he could not have consciously disregarded a danger he didn't perceive. The Supreme Court has repeatedly said, you can't disregard a fact you don't know. Further, unlike in the Moore case, which I cited to the court a little bit earlier, and Gonzalez, which is in our papers, where the defendants admitted that they knew that what they were doing had a high probability of death, and they didn't care. They knew exactly what they were doing in both of those cases. And the defendants in both of those cases said, I don't care. There's no evidence that Frazier knew what he was doing was, quote, nearly certain, end quote, to kill anyone, a high probability of death.
Nobody wears a sign around their neck saying, my intent is to do this. My knowledge is so-and-so. It has to be judged by their actions and by the totality of the circumstances. Doesn't nobody comes out with my intention is to kill somebody when they point a gun at someone. My intention is to kill you. Nobody said that. You have to face your judgment as to what their intent was
and zoom
and
in on the
knowledge
judge
on the
here,
actions and on the circumstances surrounding it.
Yeah, I can't zoom in.
He sounds like, doesn't he?
Everybody at home zoom in because he was getting such bad comments the other day. They were like, does he use Krusty's products in his hair? And he's got like this beatnik
He's just got
beard.
the California douchebag look. That's
What up,
all.
Kazi G?
It's like the lawyer you know gone wrong.
No, it's nothing like him.
I said gone wrong.
Gone wrong. Yeah.
What up,
Yeah,
Kazi?
I mean, you know, what did Karen Reed's distracted say throughout the trial? Her facial expressions, her mannerisms. She's guilty. You know, she doesn't appear to be
Remorseful.
Yeah, remorseful.
Right.
She looks like, you know, she looks whatever. She looks like a bitch. She looks terrible. And, you know, we were all saying, you know what I mean? Just, well, the facts of the case kind of, you know.
Right. That was my point of the comment I made to you in the chat was the first jury almost convicted her off of that stuff.
Off of that alone.
Right. And that's why I'm saying I would have thought that AJ would have schooled this kid on how to at least portray remorse, even just for the judge.
I mean, and maybe he did. You know, maybe this kid is a douchebag, but douchebag is not a crime. Like,
No, I agree 100% with that.
Right.
you know, and his hairdo and swiveling around in the chair and all that stuff. What about the facts of the case? I think he's being overcharged.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
he's
what I
definitely
wanted to ask
overcharged.
you about. Like, how do you interpret the law based off of what it's saying right now? Like, there has to be a high probability that injury or death would occur. And the prosecution is saying, you know, 104 miles an hour on Dead Man's Curve is a high probability in a residential area. That's where I'm torn up on this case.
Yeah, but I'm not even sure that 104 miles per hour has been proven.
It hasn't.
Oh,
And even, I mean,
like the 26.2 miles per hour in reverse was never proven, right?
well, I mean, they said he's speeding. All of the witnesses were guesstimating around 70. So,
Okay, so we, you know, how do we still get to murder?
well, based off the law, would you say that going 70 at Dead Man's Curve could result in a high probability of injury or death?
Well, where's the line?
I agree. That's why I'm asking. That's why I'm torn on
Well,
this.
40 and a 45.
Yeah.
What if he was going 25 and still killed them?
Then they definitely couldn't charge him.
Right. But that, yeah. But
Well,
that-
they would because
No.
because
Hey,
because
Koski, what if grandma had balls?
well, she'd be my grandfather, but
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean,
No, but
they're saying the speed is the inhibiting factor in this.
but what I'm saying is how do you attach a miles per hour to murder? Is that
It has to do with the high probability of injury or death.
If Lawleen has to repeat that phrase one more time, please don't make her say it again.
I mean, that's what AJ's arguing, that the Supreme Court was saying that, you have to watch this in the
Yeah, but
lower court.
like Argus
That-
Chicken Gun says, 20 over the speed limit is considered reckless driving.
Right.
So you're already, driving in a reckless manner.
Right.
Okay.
But then
But it's way overcharged, though. It shouldn't be.
But if
so
you were
that's
to
all I'm
mistake-
saying. That I'm not saying that this kid is
I
not
think it's-
responsible.
Yeah,
What
I
I'm
think
saying
it's
is
a law issue.
it's
in
an
California.
overcharge, just like Karen Reed was overcharged with that murder 2 charge. That's all I'm saying.
If they would have
I'm
not
saying-
overcharged her in the first trial, she would have been found guilty and we wouldn't have gotten a second trial.
But I'm
Yeah,
thinking based off of California law, they legally can charge him with what they're charging based off what I'm hearing.
Well, yeah, we
I'm
get
not
that.
agreeing
We're
with it.
saying that it's, even though four innocent people completely had nothing to do with it.
And
Right.
Danny, I would never dispute that ever. You know what I'm
I
saying?
personally think a lot of it has to do with the California Department of Highway Safety. Like,
So let me ask you this: does everybody who's going, over the speed limit, who gets in an accident, and there is there's a death in a vehicle, do they get charged with murder?
they don't, and that's what AJ is about to bring up in a minute.
That's all I'm saying. I mean,
No, I agree with that part. Absolutely. I think
The
that there
judge
should
obviously
be,
doesn't agree because
well, I mean, he's just saying the prosecution has enough evidence to bring it to a jury, and a jury needs to decide versus him.
yeah, and I think there's a lot of things. And listen, I'm never going to sit here and say this kid,
What's up, Donovan?
wasn't being reckless.
Hey, Donovan.
Okay, I don't know what that means. I think they're overcharging them. I think
But I think they're able to overcharge based off of California's law, and that's the problem.
Yeah. So how do they quantify murder in California? You have to be doing something negligent. I mean,
No, Danny said I
Say
can't
it
say it
again.
again.
no, Danny, I've heard her. Okay, I get it. What I'm saying is,
too late now. Let it go ahead and say it, Lily.
There's
Go ahead,
a
Lolly.
probability of injury or death if you do certain behavior.
right? So
doing
that
a
okay, so that's
behavior-
murder then. Okay, so yeah, charge him with murder.
Well, it really should have been intent. I don't know why they would change that.
Yeah, I don't like it at all.
Appreciate
I
it,
agree.
Zach.
This is a no-win situation for anyone involved, and I don't think
Damn,
he should
Zach, I'm
spend the
not
rest
reading
of
that.
his life in prison by any means. But
Oh,
I
it's horrific.
understand
Yeah.
what the prosecution is
my-
arguing.
My only point is charge him correctly. Charge him. You know what I mean? Like it should
And
be.
I agree. I don't think he should be charged with murder. I'm just saying, based off of California's laws, I understand why they're pursuing it, but they're not pursuing it across the board, which is what AJ is about to bring up.
Right.
Like they're
Right.
selectively choosing to prosecute this kid for murder based off of what was going on with the DA elections at
Zach.
that time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I crazy about the kid? No, he's. You know what I mean? He looks like that guy. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. AJ probably should have told him, "Hey, don't swivel around in your chair. Like, look like you give a shit." You know what I mean? All that is true.
Yeah.
Zach
But
said somebody
also-
touched him funny when he was 5 or at 5. Sorry.
Oh my God.
I know.
So
And he
Danny, did
says-
Scott McGinnis?
He said it then again at 5:30.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's
Unreadable
Scott,
Super Chats, Volume 1.
That's
Sounds
what
like
I'm
a fun
saying.
day.
I personally think it should be involuntary manslaughter. I just
Yeah, that's what it
understand
should
why
be.
the prosecution is charging what they are, but I also think it was politically motivated.
Right. So given all of that, I think the charges he has is an overcharge. That's
Right.
all.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm just saying legally, I can understand why they're doing it. I don't think it's right.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we can say that about. We can say we understood why the prosecution was charging Karen Reed with that. I mean,
Well,
we didn't
actually,
necessarily agree with it, but they were
it's the
in.
same thing with Turtle Boy. Like, he
Yeah.
legally broke the law. The law is illegal, in my opinion, with the
Right.
witness intimidation. That's
Exa-
what I'm saying.
Exactly, and that, you know, law is, you know, completely
Unconstitutional.
overbroad, and just, you know, potential witnesses and all the. It's a
Anyone
stupid
who
law.
could go into a courtroom could be considered a witness. That's anyone in the public, which is
Right.
ridiculous.
In the confines of that law, yeah. So, you know, but that's what I'm saying. You know, it's how they're charging. I think the murder charge is an overcharge. That's it. Everything else that anybody else has said about this is completely true. You know what I mean? Oh,
Mm-hmm.
you know, he definitely did it. He was definitely speeding. He definitely killed people. He looks like, you know, not the best guy. And he's, you know, his family's got money. He's driving a BMW. Like, all of that is true.
They'd
I
have
think
a
murder
better,
is an overcharge.
they'd have a better understanding of it, or we would, if he had like a long rap sheet of speeding tickets and reckless driving and accidents and something like that. But
he has nothing. He has nothing.
What's ironic is the
Right.
witnesses
got
in
to
the
get
case have those histories.
Right. And the road rage guy, what did he do? He has a history of road rage, number one. Number two, he cozied up with the victims.
Right.
The
He went
victims'
to
families.
dinner with the other witnesses too after this happened.
A la who? Jen McCabe. No.
Mm-hmm.
Who did she cozy up with?
Harry.
The O'Keefes?
No, I totally agree.
I mean, there's a lot of parallels. You know what I mean?
It is, and I think that's why AJ took the case.
It's
Honestly.
probably why he did. You know.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all I'm saying.
let's check out a few minutes.
But look at this judge. I mean, let's clean him up a little bit.
Danny can't zoom in on him the way that we were
Let me
looking
see if
the
we
other
can get
day.
a better picture of him in a second.
I think I met him at a Dead show in '93.
Probably did.
You and Melanie.
He never hasn't cut his hair yet.
I think I bought a grilled cheese off of him. Sorry, Danny, go ahead.
No, I was checking him out.
I agree with that. Nobody wears this kind of that, saying I intend to do this. But in every case in which that subjective knowledge has been imputed to a defendant, in every case, Ortiz, Canizales, Moore, all those cases have evidence in the record that the defendant knew what he was doing, had a high probability of death, and then ignored it, intentionally ignored it, through his statements, through his conduct after the fact, through fleeing after the fact, trying to avoid prosecution after the fact, saying, I knew I was going to go through the intersection. In Moore, for God's sake, the man drove through an intersection, killed a pedestrian, drove home, then said, when the officer said, well, you know what you did, didn't you? And he said, yeah, I think I cut the guy in half. It was disgusting. And there was subsequent post-conduct comments by all those defendants to suggest they knew what they were doing and didn't care about it. That's the inferential evidence that was used in those cases. And that's what I'm highlighting to the court that we don't have with Frazier. He didn't know how fast he was going. He did not have that information.
Those acts of conduct is discussing it was a factor, but it wasn't in and of itself determinative.
It was a factor that they used in addition to the other factors to indicate inferentially that they knew that their conduct of that speeding on surface streets, high rate of speed, going through an intersection, etc., was inherently dangerous to a point that it was in that, as the jury instruction says, in that there was a high probability of causing death. That's what's missing, Your Honor. The court is exactly right in highlighting this.
No.
Of course, nobody's going to wear a sign or send a voicemail saying, I know what I'm about to do is nearly certain to cause death. The problem with the prosecution's case and the magistrate's holding order is that there's no evidence. The record is completely deplete of evidence that Frazier knew how fast he was going. That's why I was saying,
How was somebody driving 100 miles an hour or 90 or whatever the speed actually was up in that range not know that you're going super fast? How do you not know that? Really?
super fast is not the standard.
No. But that's my question. If you're driving a car 95 miles an hour, you know you're not driving 40. Am I wrong about that?
You're not wrong about that. But speed alone is
I
not.
understand that.
Speed alone is not, it's not enough.
But to gauge a person's knowledge of what it is that they're doing, the consciousness of it, you have to use common sense as well. And I'm sorry, when you're driving 95 miles an hour, 100 miles an hour, you know you're driving extremely fast. You know that.
If other cars are driving 70, 75, 80 on Pacific Coast Highway, which owner, they do all the time. I mean, now we're just talking about perception, right? Now we're talking about the course perception. You must perceive that you're going fast. I was on that road 2 weeks ago. There were sports cars passing me. I was going 70. By the way, that was above the speed limit. Didn't realize it because every car next to me was either going the same speed or going faster than me. It's a perception issue. It's not like he was going 70 or 80 or 90 miles an hour, whatever the speed is, which the prosecution cannot find in a 25 mile an hour zone right next to a school. He's on PCH and other cars are going similar speeds. Yes, he may have been going faster than the cars next to him, but not to a degree that it's a near certainty to cause death. And that's the point at which it would have to be.
I'm going to discuss it. We'll get a lot faster in the case, but just as a preview, all of the evidence from the civilian witnesses in the case that the defendant zoomed away far faster. They couldn't even come close to saying what he was driving so fast. So he was hundreds of yards ahead at the time of the
witnesses. Not a single witness at the preliminary hearing put him going 100 miles an hour. Not a single one. As a matter of fact, the witnesses that were asked how fast do you think he was going, they estimated him going around 70. That was in the preliminary hearing transcript. I'm not there. That's what they said. That is not extraordinary, and certainly that's not enough to suggest a near certainty that someone is going to die. It's just not enough. I'm not saying, and I don't want to get spun into a discussion or even an argument with certainly with the court about was it dangerous. We can all agree speeding is dangerous. We can all agree that it has a possibility of causing death or great bodily injury. We can all agree with that. That's not the law.
Can we agree that the faster you're going, the more likely it is to cause death?
Depends on how fast you're going. Absolutely depends on how fast you're going. We can all agree on this. According to Justice Evans, that's not enough. Right. That is not enough by itself. And that's the only thing the prosecution has. Speeding. That's it. And that's the people.
That's it. That's all they got.
Well, I mean,
speeding.
I agree with this argument. And the judge is kind of, isn't that for the fact finders, the jury to kind of figure that out? I mean, I get it. But, where's the line? I don't know. Yeah, the faster you're going, the more likely it is you're going to hurt.
What speed is the determiner?
Right. Yeah.
Speed alone can't be the determining factor. That's the problem. And that's what they're doing.
Well, there was no intent, right? But it was reckless. It was a reckless disregard for human life when you're speeding at that, unless the mitigating factor is that he was being chased. So I'd like to know more about that.
Right, and there is some evidence to that. I mean, I don't know the case inside and out, but it's still not murder to me. It's right. A lot of other things. It's
because murder is intent. It's premeditation. But Scott McGinnis was saying that it's still vehicular homicide.
It's probably vehicular homicide, definitely. I mean, he was in a car and he killed people.
But what motions to dismiss before a case starts ever get dismissed?
Right.
So I already knew it's not.
Right.
Judge is not going to be like, oh yeah, you know what, you're right. This case is out.
Oh no, I totally don't expect that to happen. But what he's doing is
my boyfriend said the other day, Laura,
Yes, we know. You don't need to say who it is. We all know.
Not everyone in here knows.
That's
but
true.
basically, just because they lost this argument doesn't mean that that AJ can't go to the new DA and get the charges lessened, or that the prosecution won't lessen them on their own.
Right.
So
they haven't lessened them yet.
Yeah.
Well, they just had the hearing last week, so they could still do
they're
the right
ones
thing.
who brought the charges. So I mean, they're not likely to lessen the charges.
The prosecuting attorney is not the one who decided the charges. It was the former DA, the same one who had all of the discrepancy with the Menendez brothers. because he was
Oh.
supposedly not tough on crime. So he was running a campaign and was trying to be more tough on crime when this happened, but he got beat out. So the new DA could do the right thing still.
Yeah, it was horrible. I was really hoping that they were going to let those Menendezes, which is crazy because at the time I was like, oh, they're guilty as fuck, but I didn't know. I didn't know
They're
what they
guilty,
put
but
them through.
also more evidence has come out that they were actually abused.
Yes, and the abuse was just horrific. They should have let them go. Did you see Scott McGinnis's comments in the movie Spaceballs? It was called Ludicrous Speed. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, I mean, darkly so, but yes,
Love that movie.
yeah, this great movie, as opposed to Warp Speed in Star Trek.
Spaceballs.
Spaceballs, classic.
Oh my gosh, Janine knows
I
another
see your
movie.
Schwartz is as big as mine.
You
Course.
liar.
I used to watch movies.
I
before
could do
had
that
kids.
whole movie with anyone, just like I could Mary B with PCU.
Yeah, and all the Adam Sandler movies.
Every Adam Sandler movie, yes.
Yeah, I love the comb in the desert. They go out there dragging a giant comb around. It's hilarious.
Another good one is Robin Hood Men in Tights. I can do that whole movie.
The
I
dance
didn't
off.
get into that one as much.
Oh my god, I love that one.
I mean, I watched it, but it wasn't one of my like repeated watches like all the others.
Yeah, I know all the dialogue to Bachelor Party. Shout out Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks from '82. There you go, Janine.
Yeah, I would. I think it was '84.
Was it '84?
Tony Gatane, R.I.P. Tony Gatane. Debbie Thompson married Rick Gasco in that epic film. I recommend to everyone. It's the funniest movie I've ever seen in my life, ever.
Tawny Katane in the White Snake video, dancing on the white Jaguar, doing the splits.
Doing the splits.
I saw White Snake.
Tremendous.
Tremendous. Oh yeah, she was beautiful.
But didn't she pass away recently?
She did.
I thought so.
Tony.
She did. She's no longer with us.
She's no longer with us. All right.
You are Coffee.
Debbie Thompson, Gasco.
I saw White Snake, Scorpions, and Dokken in concert.
Oh my God! But when?
Dokken,
when
bullets
did
to
that
spare.
happen?
It was Valentine's Day of 2001, and it was a half venue concert.
Oh my God!
But it was still good.
It was White Snake, Scorpions,
And Dokken.
And I would give anything to see. I would actually like to see. It's Rudolph Schenker, right? Like I'd love to see him play guitar. And
the lead singer for Scorpions couldn't pronounce the city. He's like, "Welcome to Bossier, Louisiana," and it was Bossier.
Bossier. That's so
embarrassing.
Just say it like that somewhere.
You want to hear the worst show I went to? Oh, it was the best at the time.
Let's hear it.
Okay, let me. En Vogue, Vanilla Ice, and MC Hammer.
MC Hammer. That's a
at the
good
Worcester
one.
Central.
Didn't you see him like last year or something for it to be the worst show?
Huh?
No, he said it was a good show at the time.
Oh, I thought he said it was the
now
worst.
it's like
Looking back, that's still a good show. That was
88 or
probably
89 or whatever it
I
was.
saw
Was a
Vanilla
shit.
Ice like in a bar back in the early
I was
90s.
10.
And let me tell you, Vanilla Ice could dance better than all those dudes.
Yes, he can.
Yeah. Well, yeah, something fucked up happened to him. Wasn't he like
Yeah, he got hung off a balcony by Suge Knight.
Yes. That's so
Suge
fucked
Knight
up.
hung lots of
Put him
people
in
off
Every
that.
Adam Sandler
laugh,
movie.
but that's not funny. That's fucked up. That poor guy. And then he was done. He was gone, and he lost
Yeah,
the
because
rest
they
of
took
that
all his
series.
money. Took the rights to his
I didn't
music.
say it was funny. I just said it happened.
No, I know the girls will.
Okay,
laugh.
they're talking in
Okay.
chat about New Kids on the Block. I saw New Kids on the Block in '88, and then I saw him again in 2005.
That was my first concert.
New Kids on the Block. Oh my
I was
God.
a
Yeah,
huge
I was
New Kids
young.
on the
I was
Block
little.
fan.
I bet Janine
first time-
loves New Kids on the
It was
Block.
probably 88. It was probably
I
that
love
same
I
tour.
love the thumbs down them because my son likes them, and I'm like thumbs. There are certain songs I love.
Wait, your
the thumbs-
son like New Kids on the Block?
Oh no, Belle Biv DeVoe. All right,
Oh,
that girl
okay.
is poison. No, he's cooler than that. Sorry.
I was about to say, like, if a boy like New Kids on the Block, everyone called him gay.
No,
but
that's
everyone-
right.
I was not cool. I
Belle
like
Biv
New Kids on the Block.
DeVoe. Belle Biv DeVoe. That girl
The
is
ironic thing is the
poison.
only
Smack it up, flip it, rub it down. Oh no.
the only new kid that ended up being gay was the one that I liked.
John, you like John?
I
You
love
lost
John.
your chance.
Ew.
Sorry, Lolene.
I was Jordan all the way.
Well, my
Lolene likes her
cousin,
man with
I
feminine
gleefully don't
mannerisms.
even know who you're talking about.
You know,
Jonathan
Jordan Knight.
Knight.
He's a hottie. And then he became like a reality TV guy.
he does renovations now with his husband, but it's still disappointing because he was supposed to have been my husband.
Yeah, but now you have a boyfriend, Peter Tragos. We've moved on. We've
Yeah,
leveled
exactly.
up, Lolene.
Yeah. Thanks, Janine. That's so reassuring.
Yes, that's what I'm here for,
True
sister.
love is married down in Tampa,
That's okay.
Florida.
He's still your boyfriend, your soul boyfriend. That's all right.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to fight Auntie Deb for that spot.
Oh,
We've already talked about it, believe me.
She'll beat the shit
we're
out of
trading
Auntie
Dean,
Deb.
aren't we?
He is
Lolene's twice
6'4",
his
though.
size.
No, he is 6'4",
he is
Oh.
not.
but
Oh,
I
yeah.
also got him.
Auntie Deb's a big dude.
Yeah.
He also has a pickleboard paddle that
I like
he
him pretty, Iris.
that he dedicated to old Pete there.
Yeah. We saw all the signatures on it.
Yeah.
Okay, but when Danny wouldn't let me speak earlier, y'all all heard that whole like argument that AJ made about the guy who went through a intersection, hit pedestrians, cut them in half, and fled
Didn't care.
he fled to Chicago before they caught him, and they didn't even charge him with murder.
Oh
And-
my fucking god,
That's crazy.
Was it in California?
California.
Yeah, it was the same DA's office. That's what I'm saying. They
No murder
changed-
charge there, though, huh?
Correct.
Who's the DA? I
Weird.
remember Gascon.
That those DA's office do a lot of selective prosecution.
Yeah.
Right,
It's almost
but
like they're
Gascon,
just choosing
George
who they want
Gascon was
This
notorious.
is the only case that they have charged first degree M. No other case, according to AJ and the other girl, Jacqueline, in his office.
I wish I knew who it was, but I think he's
The
gone.
political thing.
Gascon. He sucked.
Well, I think that's going to do it for this stream tonight. What do you think about doing a little Turtle Boy fundraiser for the pregame tomorrow?
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's.
You don't have to do anything different because we always got the link pinned in the chat, but we'll just make it all
Yeah,
about
let's bring it up more.
do kind of old school pregame where
And
just
people
watching
have to
TV
put Rat
videos.
House Media or Chat Rats when they
No,
make
you
their
don't have
donation.
to. You don't
Oh,
have
come on, Danny. Everybody else does.
No, this isn't fucking LTL. I don't need you to.
It's not
just
LTL. It's
donate the
every
money.
other
you just wanna get a
fundraiser
total.
stream has done that to keep up with how much
Nobody's going to
they
be
make.
putting any money in it tomorrow while we're live, so it'll be easy.
Then why do it?
No, I bet you. I bet you.
Well, we can
Out
be.
for recognition.
I can't
We'll
put any
keep up
in
with
because
it.
I'm
Yeah,
broke.
Mary B, I feel
you can
that.
put whatever you want in there. I don't really care what you write.
But listen, Mary B, we're going to support. So I'm spending my money on fucking Mass Pike. And
Yeah, right.
That's my fundraiser there.
I'm saving up for my
Welcome
big,
to Worcester Path. That'll be $1.25.
$1.25, please.
Yeah, but Runkle is still live. Glares on there, so I'll drop everybody in there.
Well, Danny,
All
can
right,
you bring
brother.
up TikTok for tomorrow night for what I sent you if we're gonna do the TV fundraiser?
Yeah, I'll get it logged in where we can watch whatever.
Danny, you know what I was also thinking about?
What's up?
Seeing as Raul's case is coming up, we should talk to Baker about, the whole, he covered that as well. He did it, in real time while, so he knows a lot about the case. And I think he was in our chat and he was making a lot of, comments about the actual fight and what happens. And so I think it'd be interesting to talk to him about it.
Yeah. I think we should also go protest outside of Small Seagal's office. Where is he at?
Yeah, yeah, in New Haven. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Even
We'll get some
Maybe we
Turtle
could try
Boy
to like
doesn't
walk
like
first and then
Turtle Boy doesn't understand how Jimmy got stabbed. He thinks Jimmy was an active participant in the fight.
right. And
When
I
you can
think
see on video that he's literally at the road just pushing away.
He's not fighting, but he's right there on top of the fight.
Well, I
So if
mean,
you are
he's at the
fighting,
road.
right, but
No
didn't we
one,
think that maybe he was trying to break it up and it was
right,
just
no one
tragic?
ever testified that he threw a punch or anything.
no, I'm
Right.
not saying he was. I'm saying he's standing there. Like if you're fighting and you've got one friend and everybody else that's there is not on your side and they're all just standing around yelling at you and shit while you're fighting,
Right.
it's very disorienting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that case.
We know everything about it, especially
Yeah.
small
We'll
fucking
bring it up to
skull.
speed. We have to,
No, I
yeah,
don't.
unfortunately, we have to do it again now. I mean,
Consti, have you ever seen a defense attorney wear a skull ring?
he's
cool.
According to them,
You would have liked him. You would have really liked him.
Oh yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
You should check him out, dude. Get
I
caught up.
hope that Raul got some counsel, and I'm really secretly not so secretly hoping that Small Seagal decided to help him. Maybe he had a change of heart.
You know what's interesting about this is when we first started talking about this case, Janine was so pro Jimmy, anti defense, and now she's like, he deserves a chance.
Well, yes. So I was, and I've said this before. I'll say it again. I remember when this happened. It was in the same town that I lived in. It didn't happen. It was a couple towns over, but it's a town I'm familiar with. I'm in that town, Shelton, all the time. My husband used to work there. Jimmy went to school just like a minute away from where I lived, and I remember when my kids told me what had happened to Jimmy, and it sent like a shockwave through you, just the tragedy of it. I didn't know the details. I didn't want to know it because it was just too painful. It was just too close to home. My kids are the same age. And I am always about, oh my God, the kid was stabbed, you monster, right? So regardless of what happened, Jimmy deserved to live, and it's a tragedy. And I am always pro Jimmy, no matter what. Even if he was one of the kids that was like taunting Raul, I did not realize, because I hadn't watched the video, because I had avoided it. I avoided it because it was painful and tragic. And when I watched that video, and then when I saw him on the stand, I found him to be very genuine. And what I saw was, and it shocked me, I saw a kid that was scared, that was kind of in the moment reliving it. And that's the thing that people, that's why you don't put people on the stand. And Small Seagal, I mean, props to him, because that could have gone the other way, but the kid was so convincing. He really acquitted himself well. And when I think about this kid going to prison for the rest of his life, I honestly, I don't think he'll survive it. And I found that he convinced me that he was disoriented, that he just started stabbing. It was a tragic accident. I think Jimmy was a good boy, and that he was probably trying to break things up. He didn't seem to be one of the idiots taunting him, or with WD-40 or whatever. He wasn't part of that, but maybe he was just like, all right, kid, get out of here type of thing. And I see my own boys doing something like that. Like, all right, leave him alone, get out, just go type of thing.
I agree with everything you've said. The part that I cannot get over, and Mary B knows what I'm going to say, is he went back to the house. He got away from the scene, unarmed,
right?
Unhurt.
Say it again, Waleed. Say it again. They want to hear it.
They want to hear it.
He got away from the scene unarmed, unhurt, and chose to go back to a house where they were clearly outnumbered and armed
Yeah.
himself and got out of the car.
I know. It was
Which is what bothers me about this
Yeah.
California case. Like, I know as an adult, I would not speed up to 104 to get away from someone. I would call the police, pull over, and deal with it.
right.
I would not put other lives in jeopardy.
Of
So,
course, but as a kid,
All right, I found a better place to drop y'all.
as a 22-year-old,
don't say a better place. Those are two supporters of
and
ours.
I'm not defending the kid. I don't have a position.
No, I'm talking about to redirect this live to because we were ending it 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, by the way,
But we
by
were
the way,
going to
Katie K,
glare on Runkle.
Yeah, but
Katie
we're
K, I
not.
don't have to know about every case, okay?
I'm not sending you to Runkle though.
Educate yourself. Shut it down.
No, but you will like Small Seagal. I really think you'll like the characters in this
Yeah,
one.
you'll like
I gotta say, Katie K's in the chat talking about how hot Small Seagulls is.
He is. I have to say,
He's cute. I like him a lot. He's got
He
a spunk,
is.
you know.
Yeah. He's a cutie.
Is this
I
the guy
can't
with the
go
ring
there.
you're talking about?
Yeah, he's got a ponytail. Well, it's
He
a bun.
looks like a 4 feet tall Steven Seagal. He is not cute.
He is
He's
cute.
Oh,
He's cute.
I
Well,
gotta
he's
see-
like
I gotta
less
see
cute
that.
now that he's
I-
not helping Raul anymore. He was cuter when he was helping.
Yeah.
I'll agree with that.
I wonder what
and
happened.
he'll agree he was cuter helping Raul.
Oh,
His
Scott
little,
McGinnis. I think I know this one. How Led Zeppelin named themselves? Because didn't they say something like this music was going to go over, or this band was going to go over like a Led Zeppelin?
Like the Zeppelin.
Yeah.
I think so. Yes. I remember hearing the story too.
And the first 4 albums were 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, I am sending
1,
you to
2, 3,
Runkle
and
now.
4. That's right.
And most of that music could never be made today. Just saying. The
Well,
best
where were you
music in the
gonna send-
world in creation
Yeah.
could
That's
never
really
be
the
made
best
today.
era of music ever.
Yeah. Yes. Just doesn't
Danny,
get
where were you going to send us there temporarily?
I mean, I haven't decided. I keep going back and forth.
just
Oh,
drop us off
right.
at the babysitter's house.
Is Claire still on Runkle?
Yeah,
I think so.
it was a
It's like,
very
why would you drop my
interesting.
kids.
It was an interesting panel when I went. Kurt's still there.
With
Yeah, we
Claire?
got Rob from Lawn Lumber. I love him.
Wait. Kirk's on the panel with Claire?
Yeah.
After
They've
Claire
been on-
made fun of his cooking video?
Aren't they?
I don't know.
close
I don't know
together
what's
now?
happening.
Hey, Scott Mass. Did everybody sing happy birthday to Rubicon?
No,
we
we
told
said it
her
a lot.
happy birthday last night.
We said it a
Okay.
lot. There was a banner.
Nice. All right. Just making sure.
Yes.
My
All right,
school-
I
okay.
changed
Happy
it back.
birthday, Rubicon.
Changed it back. But these people are talking about dying down. It's just a small channel. So go through, say hey, get subscribed, say goodbye, ladies. And
And
Mr.
bye.
Kazuchi.
Good
Say
night,
goodbye,
guys.
everybody.
Love everyone.
Goodbye.
Good night,
My brothers,
panel.
sisters.
Good night,
Kazu,
Thanks,
Dad.
guys.
Scott, love you.
All right, I gave y'all a second.
Danny's going to teleport us any second,
Try
mid-sentence.
not to catch you guys in the middle of a sentence. But see you guys
I'm
tomorrow.
supposed to be appointed prosecutor.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Well,
Thanks for having me in your presentation.
You want to give your spiel? Do it. I like it.
Thanks for having me on your presentation.
Chat rats, y'all ready? Light it up. It's that time. Let's roll.
Got the crew on the dial and we setting out east. Rat daddy at the wheel on the trail for the beast. Toy got receipts and a pocket full of names, and we busting out truce like we blowing out flames.
Eastbound and down, chat rats rolling heavy. Truth on our tailgate, justice riding steady. Mic in our hand and the signs all red. Ain't no lies slipping past what the chat rat said.
Clerks got the playlist, angels taking charge, law leans on the mic, and her notes hit hard. Mary B's lifted, but she's sharper than attack. Dean's dropping questions while he's rolling in his Cadillac.
Break a rap mama here, got eyeballs on that shady scene. Y'all ready? Light it up, rats. 10, 4, 20. Northbound and bold, truth in the backseat. Chat rats got that heat. Can't be beat from the chat rats lounge to the courthouse gate. We ride for the truth and we show up to see that fate.